plane on the track of Mr. Cheeks and the M to the SIE, spitting 16, 360 degrees. From Carolina, take your shirt off, spin.
There we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. ATL in the world. What to do, baby? Joe Hamilton joining me this morning. Doug Stewart with the 2 Live Stews and the 2 Live Stews Experience. Joe Ham, how you doing, sir?
Fabulous. Outstanding, Doug. and it's very, very simple this Thursday morning why I'm doing so great. Is because family's going to be in town. So this is going to be starting my weekend on Thursday. Okay. Sunday, we're going to have the send-off celebration for my son, Skyler. We all know he's going to West Point Army to play football. So we're doing the send-off. And if you know anything about us from the Low Country and Alvin, South Carolina, and the Hamiltons and the Rogers and our family lineage, we're going to show up for each other.
Y'all going to show up.
Yes, we're going to show up. So mom and dad came in last night. My sister will be here this weekend. My aunt, cousins. We're going to be deep. We're going to be deep here. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, they don't have to worry about any type of food the entire week because all you have to tell me is what do you want to eat.
Right.
And have somebody get it. I'm not going to leave the house and then I'll prepare it.
All right. So if you're new to the show, if you're just joining us, the guy working with me today is Joe Hamilton. The should-have-been Heisman Trophy winner from 1999 came in number 2. My brother Ryan is out on vacation. He's out in Utah playing golf, which is very, very strange. All of the places in the world you can go and play golf, you can go to Utah. That's neither here nor there. And so, Joe, you mentioned during the pregame show that you've been doing a lot of grilling. Is that what this is tied to, this send-off that you're having for your son?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we're going to have, yes, brisket. I'm doing a brisket, 3 brisket. As you know, that might take 15 to 18 hours. Pulled pork, chicken,
right?
Hot dogs, hamburgers. So, yes, that's what it's tied to. And again, my family knows you don't have to worry about food. That does not bother me. It's somewhat of a hobby. Right. I take it as a hobby. So, I mean, I'm in hog heaven right now, Mr. Stewart. Hog heaven.
Wow, that's what's up. I know it's going to be nice, man. And so he leaves this weekend or no, next week?
He leaves
or
on the
y'all just
12th
doing
of
it
July.
early? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he leaves on the 12th of July, but we having it in the clubhouse, at the clubhouse in the subdivision. And
so you gotta reserve it in advance.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
Some weekends going to be available, some weekends not. Yes. I used to live in a subdivision where they had a clubhouse once upon a time. Yeah. I went to a graduation party. It's probably been a month now. For a young lady, one of our frat brothers' daughters, and he, I mean, it was laid out. These clubhouses are immaculate. I mean, they're immaculate, man. And so I'm pretty sure y'all super nice too, and y'all gonna have a great time. Hey, man, wish the young man luck for me, man. Tell him Uncle Doug said, just tell him this. Don't take no wooden nickels. Just tell him that. Don't take no wooden nickels. I don't know 100% what it means, but every time that I went somewhere or went on a trip or went to school, last thing my old man said to me when he dropped me off at Newberry College, hey, man, don't take no wooden nickels. Okay.
That's funny you said that, Doug, because I've always said, yes, sir. I've heard that statement before, and I've said, yes, sir, and I got you, but I don't know what it means. And I've never seen a wooden nickel.
I guess it means don't fall for no okey doke. Just
banana in the tailpipe.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't get slicked by these city slickers. And maybe it's a country term because that country, the New York City boys, the city boys always think they can get over on us. They think we kind of slow or whatever. And I think that's our mechanism that the old people came up with don't be no fool. Don't let these New York City slickers just slick you. Hey, listen, man. Thank you for joining your boys on the 2 Live Stews. So, Hollywood Report coming on a little bit later. Ollie Michelle is going to give us some entertainment news. Ollie's actually pushing some buttons today, too. Tree's headed to Detroit. Shouts out to 107.5, the D in Detroit, Michigan, where you can hear the 2 Live Stews. 107.5, hot 107.5 in the D in Detroit, Michigan. Tree's headed up there for the Q's boat ride. Shouts out to the Q's up in Detroit. So last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. That would be great if you could do us that favor. And lastly, if you'd like to donate to the show, which is very, very important, look to the bottom of the chat. To the right, and you'll see a dollar symbol or either a heart symbol. Click on that, and you can donate $1, $5, $500. If you got it like that, we would greatly appreciate it. Help us keep the lights on. And also, the preferred way to donate to the show is the little QR code, which you see on your screen right now to the bottom right. Click on that and donate whatever your heart desires. And the actual Cash App address is at 2 Live Stews, all right? At the number 2 Live Stews. Joe, how much of the NBA draft did you watch?
The lottery picks.
Okay.
And I was back and forth, so it was 30 teams, NBA teams. So no doubt about it, the first 14 picks, I was in tune, wanted to hear what the analysts say about them. That's what's good about watching it and not being bothered, or not just trying to read the newspaper the next day or read, ESPN on your phone, is that when these guys get drafted, those analysts up there, they're talking about the pros, the cons, right. What's the expectations, what the teams are looking for. So I'm intrigued, man. It was one of those appointment TV for me, not the whole entire thing. And I didn't watch both days, only the first day. And then after the lottery picks, the first 14 picks, then I was, kind of, in and out.
Right. I love the drafts, man. I love the drafts. Like the NFL draft is probably one of my most favorite things in sports. Like I really look forward to the NFL draft. NBA draft, not quite the same for obvious reasons. We're football guys. We're way more entrenched in the football culture of this country. But I watched the NBA draft, man, and I got my Lakers stuff on right now. People new to the show, I have been a Los Angeles Lakers fan since like 82, 83. I was a Laker fan before Magic got there, or right when he got there. I think maybe right when he got there, maybe that's where I was cognizant of basketball. And like 82, I was 13 years old. So I probably started watching basketball, what I would call as a serious fan, maybe at 10 or 11. And the Lakers used to be on TV all the time because they were one of the great teams, Norm Nixon and everybody, Michael Cooper and those guys, and Kareem. And I became a Laker fan. And so I got my Laker stuff on today. They didn't really have too much going on in the draft. They actually didn't have a player that they came away with. They actually acquired number 56 pick, selected Vasavald and Shekel. All right. Then they immediately traded him to the Dallas Mavericks for cash. What they basically said in their draft, and the fact that they didn't pick anybody and they didn't have a pick that they kept, is that they're going to build around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, which they just gave $185 million contract to. Now listen. We've talked about this a lot, and people have thrown that out there. Doug, you a Laker fan? Do you think y'all gonna give Austin Reeves the max contract? I was like, hell no, we're not gonna give that man the max contract. He's a great player. I love him, but he's a defensive liability. He can't guard anybody. And I once again, I'm not trying to hate on him. I like Austin Reeves, but in effect, what you're doing, because LeBron is on his way out because of age, wear and tear, you're basically building the team around Luka, who's not a great defensive player, and Austin Reeves, who's not a great defensive player. I don't know if this is the right direction we headed.
Well, you're going to have scorers, Doug. This is a scoring league, the NBA. And I know that the New York Knicks played good defense. OKC and the Spurs, they are top 5 in defensive efficiency. I understand that. But this man deserves that money. Because when you look at it, same thing with Trey Young, man. They're going to have flaws. I'm not saying he's the scorer that Trey Young is or the double waiting to happen, but you're going to have to pay. I mean, you're going to have to build your team. And to me, I don't think he, really demanded a lot. That's not a lot of money in today's basketball, not in today's NBA. To us and to anybody normally, $185 million is a lot. But, I mean, this salary cap is going up every single year. And you have to have pieces. Because my whole thing about what you just alluded to, not making moves by the Lakers, is what's your plan with LeBron James? Is LeBron James, and see, this is where it might be a lot of money to a lot of people.
Right.
If LeBron James wants still to be $55-60 million on a team as a third option, then it might be a problem.
Right.
If LeBron can humble himself to say, I'm the third option. I understand my role. I understand my impact on the league and the jersey sales. Yes, I'm iconic, but I can't handicap or I can't handcuff this team to try to still want $55-60 million. If that's the case, that's a bad deal by you giving Austin Reeves $185.
Yeah. So listen, we're going to dive deeper in the NBA draft. We're a day late from when it started, 2 days late from when it started, but we're going to jump to the NBA draft. So we're going to get into the draft a little bit more deeper. We're going to talk about the Giannis trade, what happened between now and this past Monday. We got a little NFL talk, the latest on the Kyle Sorensen or Brendan Sorsby story. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about, if you're new to the show, we're based in Atlanta, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about Kyle Pitts, who a lot of people have strong opinions about. I want to get your thoughts on Kyle Pitts, the tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. And then also, you see what happened with Jazz Chisholm? Chisholm, second baseman for the New York Yankees, played in the game, came in the game, and had a blow pop in effect or some type of suck up in the game. And so that's been a big talking point for the last couple of days. We're going to kind of tie that into trademarks. What's the trademark thing from an athlete that you always remember, something they were known for that's kind of like outside of the norm? So we'll have that later on today as trending topic number 4 with the 2 live students. Speaking of the Hawks, they drafted Kingston Flemings, the guard with the number 8 overall pick from the Houston Cougars. That's right. I was like, damn. From the Houston Cougars, explosive
5 slam jammer.
Yeah, 5 slam jammer, old school. Explosive combo guard with excellent athleticism and upside. So they need to start to try to fortify that guard position because C.J. McCallum, they did re-sign him for I think a 1-year deal. Gave him a boatload of money, but he's up there in age. He's been around for a long, long time. So I like from what I remember in the kid during the tournament, great guard, excellent athleticism, a lot of upside, what they kept talking about in the draft. And also the Hawks selected with the 23rd pick, Zuby Ejiofor. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. High motor, front court player. So he's going to bring rebounding, toughness, and defense to the Atlanta Hawks. So I think the Hawks did pretty good in relative terms to where they're at. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I love the fact that you said about flexing in this combo guard.
Right.
Combo guard. Can you do more things than just sit back there and shoot? Can you create opportunities for somebody else? Can you play off the ball every now and then? And I like the way the Hawks are trending. They are trending the right way because why? I think they're bigger. Yeah. They're longer. And when you look at these teams that's winning now with the Anunobys and the New York Knicks and the Josh Hart and the Bridges, those guys are 6'6", 6'7", and they can guard multiple positions. So I think the Hawks, the way this roster is constructed right now, let's go.
Yeah.
And Ricochet, when is Ricochet going to show up for us?
Hey, man, I think we talked about this Monday, man. I got some big back and forth about Ricochet, man.
Come on,
man. And it kind of ties into the conversation I want to have about Kyle Pitts later, man. When you're drafted at a particular position, there are expectations that automatically go with that position you were drafted historically. And and these guys aren't living up to that. But Hawks fans with the Southern hospitality, they let everything slide.
Yes,
they let everything just slide. And I'm not. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later on today's show. But we get back. Let's kind of review the draft and the top 10 picks, in particular, the number 1 pick in the draft by the Washington Wizards, AJ Dybantsa. We're going to talk about him. They got a nice little squad up there. They got a nice little big 3 up there if they're healthy. So we'll get into that when we get back from the break, man. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. This is the Two Live Stews. My man Joe Hamilton filling in today for Ryan, who's on vacation playing golf in Montana. Not Montana.
Utah,
same damn thing. How much of a difference you think Montana and Utah?
Not much.
Hey. So when we get back from the break, we're gonna get some a little bit deeper into the NBA draft, man. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. Don't y'all go away. Yeah. You jokers talking about you want to go on a golf trip to Idaho. I was like, man, I ain't going to play no damn golf in no Idaho. Are you crazy? Are y'all crazy?
Oh, man. It's about the fellowship, Doug.
Yeah, we can fellowship in
Florida.
In Atlanta or Florida somewhere, yes.
I got a PSA to all golfers. It's your boy, One Live Stu, Ryan Stewart. Y'all listen up. If you love golf and you love giving back, this one is for you. On August 14th, 2026, that's right, this year, the Safari Sportsman Club is hosting a big charity golf tournament at Crystal Lakes Golf Course. And yes, of course, the Two Live Stews will not just be hosting that tournament. We're playing in that tournament too, shorty. Y'all pull up on your boys. Great course, great people, even better cause. If you want to play, sponsor, or just get the details, hit our guy Gregory Jackson up at 678-761-5937. That's 678-761-5937. Gregory Jackson. Or you can email info@stjameslodge4.org. info@stjameslodge4.org. Lock it in right now. August 14th, we'll see you on the course.
Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Joe Hamilton today filling in for Ryan, who, by the way, was a all-world basketball player when he came out of high school. Were you like, I say all-world, but were you like all-state in basketball when you came up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Point guard?
Point guard. You know, I don't want to brag too much on it, but I was one of the first guys in the South Carolina area to be state player of the year in basketball and football.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So you graduated what year from high school?
95.
So you graduated in 95. Okay. Yeah, I'd been hearing about you. In 95, I was in Florida. And you played, did y'all play against my cousin Dante at Berkeley? Did y'all play Berkeley like in the Sertoma or anything like that?
Yes, we played him in the Sertoma. We played it with what's your running back? Rusty Williams.
Right.
Yeah,
you know that
Williams.
team.
Yes,
won state championship.
Yes.
Went undefeated. The quarterback of that team, Dante Addison, is our first cousin.
Love Dante, man.
Dante.
Love him.
That's our Uncle Donnie's son, man. And they went undefeated. It's hard to say that they weren't the best team that came to Berkeley because they went undefeated. And the team that we had in '87 that won the state championship with Mike Dingo at the running back position, everybody knows that name from our state, 6'2", 225. He was basically Marcus Dupree and Herschel Walker in high school.
Was Mike Dingo? Well, I know you're going to be biased on me, Doug, and that's okay.
I won't. Go ahead.
But this is a great question.
Uh-huh.
Was he better than Harold Green?
I don't think so. It's not as he wasn't as explosive as Harold Green, I would say.
Okay.
And so Harold Green, a lot of y'all may remember that name, played running back for the Cincinnati Bengals. He actually played the end of his career for the Falcons.
Yes, he sure did.
So Harold Green grew up in the and here's another thing. In JV, there was no Stratford. Harold Green and Mike lined up in the same backfield in JV.
Oh, my.
Then Stratford came along. They split the lines, and Harold Green ended up going to Stratford, and Mike obviously stayed in Moncks Corner and stayed at Berkeley High School. But, yeah, man, can you imagine that? So look up Harold Green, look up Mike Dingle, and that was during the era, once again, of the big running backs, the big tailbacks. And they both went
Bell
on to
cows.
Yeah, they both went on to play college football, both at the University of South Carolina, and both ended up playing in NFL. Mike played in the NFL for a couple years. But, yeah, the biggest game that I ever went to in high school was when Berkeley played Stratford. Harold Green was a senior. Mike was a junior. Okay, and both of these guys, once again, 6'2", 220. Okay, running 4.5, 4.4 40s. They played each other at Goose Creek. So at that time, Stratford they didn't have a football field yet. So they were playing all their home games in Goose Creek. And, man, when I tell you the traffic, the cars were lined up a mile and a half away from the stadium to go and see this game, man. It was a phenomenal game. Our old man took me out there, and it was one of the most memorable games in the history of South Carolina high school football. I'm sorry, I got deferred to Tree. So A.J. Dybantsa is picked number 1 by the Washington Wizards. The forward from BYU, explosive scorer, averaged 25 points per game. In college, considered to be the centerpiece of Washington's rebuild. So they got Dybantsa now. Dybantsa kind of reminds me of his game, the few games that I did see him play in college. You know he kind of reminds me of, and maybe it's just because he's recent history. He kind of reminds me of R.J. Barrett. Tall, long wings, long wing player that can shoot the basketball, has great athleticism, that type of player. So they pick him up in the draft, number 1 pick in the draft. Now they've got Anthony Davis. They've got Anthony Davis, who, if you get 30% of the games played by him based on his recent history, you're good. And then they got Trey Young as well. So what's your thoughts about Dybantsa? How much did you see of him in college? Do you like the player? Do you think that was a good pick at number 1? How do you think he's going to work out with Trey Young and Anthony Davis up there? They now got a big 3 in Washington.
Yeah, I love the pick, and I love the player. I absolutely love the player. And here's why, Doug. Anytime you are a all-world $4.5 million NIL deal, going to BYU as a freshman and all that hype, and then you still lead the NCAA in scoring as a true freshman. And not only that, what they talk about him mostly is about his hustle and his defense.
Right.
He's a guy that's going to get his knees dirty. He's going to have scars on his elbow because he's going to jump in the stands and go after the loose ball. So that's why I think they went A.J. Dybantsa instead of Darren Peterson. Because of what you were alluding to, Trey Young's already on the roster, and then hopefully Anthony Davis can be there. And if you can have Anthony Davis playing defense, and he can score, I'm not saying Anthony Davis can't score, but if you can have him playing defense the way we've known him to play defense, and Dybantsa with that length, and Trey Young just being Trey Young, not having to do it all and scoring all the points, that will be a dangerous team. I absolutely love the pick. And also, I thought about this as well, Doug. The fly on the wall in the board meeting room, as far as the Washington Wizards and Darren Peterson or A.J. Dybantsa or maybe even Carlos Boozer, what was the deciding factor? We'll never really know, but because those teams those players are really, really close. And a lot of people said if they had, drafted Peterson, nobody would be up in a row about it.
Right. And here's the thing about it, man. The Wizards have been bad since they've been the Wizards. Like the last time I remember the Washington basketball team being relevant, they were called the Bullets. Like, they have been bad for a long, long time. They legitimately have a real upper-tier big 3, especially if Anthony Davis can stay on the floor, man, with these guys. Because, Dybantsa's, he's going to have a learning curve because he's a rookie. He's a first-year player. But I think his athleticism, man, is just going to take him, a long way in this rookie year of his. So they got a nice big 3, man. And if they can get basketball going up there in DC. They haven't been good. They brought in Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a player for the team, but that was at the end of his career. And they just been sorry my whole life. Can you remember
Kwame Brown, #1 pick?
Kwame Brown, which you know Kwame Brown is from Oakley, right? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Yes, long story, but he is. And he actually moved to Georgia like when he was an infant. Long story. But anyway, they haven't been relevant in a long time. In a long time, man. It's going to be interesting to see if they can get up there and like that second tier, knocking on the door of that first tier teams in the NBA.
Yeah, what does relevant look like for the Washington Wizards, though? I mean, because when you look at the NBA in the East, it's going to be the New York Knicks. It's going to be the Boston Celtics. Detroit is up and coming.
Yeah.
Orlando. Orlando.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Hawks just was a top 5 seed, top 4 seed. So what does that look like? The play-in tournament or just getting into playoffs right away? Some expectations are going to have to be there, but the East is nothing to play around with, man.
You just reminded me, man. The East is nothing to play around with. You're right. You're right. And Detroit and Orlando. Don't forget about Cleveland, what they did this past year. They got a nice squad up there. You're right. It's a tough time to be a team in the East. A lot of people feel like New York are going to drop back a little bit, but I don't know. I have total faith in Brunson that he's not going to allow them to slip that much,
How would they slip? I mean, everybody on their roster is under contract.
Right.
Mike Brown was a champion. And he
was
a big-time difference maker.
We talked about this on Monday. I say that because Vegas has them like coming in third in the East.
Right.
Which is very disrespectful. You got to factor in all of the teams from the West. If you factor in the teams from the West, they probably ranked 5th or 6th then. Because, out of the West, you got to put Denver up there. Who else you got to put up there? You got to put I
don't know about that. I mean, we know OKC, and we know about the Spurs.
OKC, Spurs, Denver. Then you have the 2 teams they have ahead of them right now in the Eastern Conference Final. And no, you know what? They are counting the teams from the West. I am counting the teams from the West. So they're probably, 4th or 5th? So, yeah.
On paper.
On paper. You're exactly right. Coming in with the #2 pick, Darren Peterson goes to the Utah Jazz, dynamic guard from Kansas. I don't know who it was. I can't remember which analyst that said it, but he said that, I knew it was Big Perk. Big Perk said with Darren Peterson, he can be anywhere from, I think he said Trey Young on the low side to Kobe Bryant on the upside.
I heard that. Yes.
That's a big statement. That's a huge statement, and it was going back and forth to who would go first, Peterson or Dybantsa. And it ended up happening this way. So they got a nice player, and Darren Peterson going to Utah. What's your thoughts on him versus Dybantsa going first?
I have questions of what happened at Kansas with Peterson, taking himself out of games, not playing the amount of games that I thought he should play. And let me be the first to say that injuries, you don't want to play around with them. Right. But when Coach Self, the head coach of Kansas, comes out in the post-game presser and was very surprised that Darren Peterson either didn't play one game or even the next game that he tapped his head, so to speak, and say, get me out of here because I feel something. You only play 30-something games in college. Now you're going to the NBA where you're going to play 82 games. Will he be available? And I do know this, Doug. That's why I'm in somewhat of a conundrum, because this guy's goal, man, for probably since he was a toddler or picking up a basketball was to play in the NBA.
Right.
So how serious, which that is a problem if he didn't take it serious, but how serious did he take that 1 year in Kansas, saying that I'm not going to jeopardize anything to get to the NBA?
So this kind of reminds me of the situation with Kyrie Irving when he came out of Duke. You remember he was
Kyrie had something broken, though. He had a broken wrist. It was broken.
Well, I guess what I'm saying more in terms of what they did in college really is not going to impact how good they are in the pros.
Okay, that's a great analogy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we only saw Kyrie for 10 games or something like that. He broke his foot, or what did he break? A leg?
I thought it was something in his hand, but
I don't even remember. I have no idea what it was right now. But I know that he left Duke after playing like very few games for the team.
Yes.
And in your mind, you're like, this guy didn't play a lot. The scouts didn't even have a good time to evaluate him. Why is he going this high in the draft? I think he was the number 1 pick in the draft.
He was.
Because they know. Because they don't need to see them in college. They've been watching these guys. They watch these guys now, especially with YouTube and these overzealous parents. They be putting their kids on YouTube in middle school. So evidently, Kyrie Irving and this Peterson kid, man, they have been chronicled so much that they don't care about something insignificant as they didn't play a lot of games in college. They know these guys' skill level. They've watched these guys for a long, long time. And if they pick Peterson at number 2, they're sold on him.
They're sold on him.
Yeah.
But I also think because of some of the questions surrounding him at Kansas, he didn't go number 1. And the fact that Dybantsa and his actions at BYU, nonetheless, was just extraordinary.
Right.
The effort and, his attention to detail, caring about his teammates. It was just a little bit different. And you were right. Peterson can have an all-world career.
Right.
But
I mean, to make a comparison to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And I like Perk. You like Big Perk?
Yeah, I love Big Perk.
As an analyst?
He keeps it real. He keeps it real, and he knows what he's talking about.
I love him. When he first came out, people were like, he kind of slow talking or whatever, but he's very, very good. He's very, very good. He's raw. He played the game at a high level for a long time. He wasn't the greatest player. I don't think he probably ever made an all-star team like that, but I love his analysis. To compare this man to Kobe says a lot to me. Like, you don't throw around comparisons to Kobe just all willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say 3-level scores. 3-level scores are something you want to go after. Somebody that can mid-range, 3-point range, and when he gets around the rim, he can finish, and he has the size. And they're thinking about playing him as another combo guard because he was saying that he wants to play point guard. So I love the pickup. And again, Ace Bailey was the number 1 pick for Utah last year. Right. Their number 1 pick for Utah last year. How much pressure is going to be on Peterson to, average 18 to 19, 6 or 7 assists, or be the leading scorer? Right. That's not going to have to happen with Dybantsa. He's not coming in and expecting to be the go-to player. He's expecting to come in and fill a role.
Yep. And coming in number 3, Cameron Boozer, Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis is kind of like, in limbo, kind of, sort of, because the conversation about Ja Morant. What do you think about Cameron Boozer? He looks like, obviously with his daddy, Carlos Boozer, that played in the NBA for many, many years, him and his brother just feels like that they've been just trained to get to this point in their life. And he's just like polished, seems like the most polished guy, and the guy that's ready to come in right now and give you 15, 7 or 8, and 2 or 3 assists. What's your thoughts?
I couldn't say it any better than that, Doug. Ready-made player. Ready-made. And I know rookies are going to struggle, but I don't see him coming in and struggling about the speed of the game or handling different philosophies or handling, the low post. He's got an NBA body. He's been around it his whole entire life. And he played at Duke to where, guys come back and guys prepare you and educate you on what it's going to be like the NBA when you're at Duke. So I think he's just ready to go. And I also want to add this real quick, Doug. That organization ran by Danny Ainge and the way they're going to develop you, the way they're going to make sure they mentor you the right way and not do anything to try to speed up or damage your career, I think it's a really good situation for Boozer.
All right, we got a minute left, Joe. Give us your thoughts on Caleb Wilson, forward from North Carolina going to the Bulls, and also Keaton Wagler guard from Illinois going to the Clippers. I really only paid attention to Wagler in the tournament. Yeah. I really like his game, man. Scorer, to shoot from three. I really like that kid, especially going to the Clippers. He's going to be a big part of their team very early.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Combo guard, can shoot it, can pass it, can rebound, can do all those type things. But I'm telling you what Chicago did with Caleb Wilson. I watched Caleb Wilson up close. He was here in Atlanta playing. He went to Landmark where my son went for a couple of years before he transferred out. But he's going to be the main guy in Chicago. And I think for the next 10 years, Chicago is going to build that team around Caleb Wilson. Extremely athletic. And he again, what I like, he plays defense. He cares about scoring, but he's a guy that want to rim protect. He'll want to have steals, take charges. That's a really, really good pickup by Chicago.
All right,
really
so
good.
So when we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk about the Giannis trade that happened a couple of days ago and the implications of it, what it means for the Miami Heat, and also what it means for a couple other players in the NBA as well. Shouts out to 107.5 Detroit, Michigan. Thank you for joining your boys. Shouts out to the Qs for the boat ride this weekend. Sorry I can't make it, but y'all be out. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about Giannis in this trade. Want to get your thoughts on him being the new Miami Heat. Yeah.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
Welcome back. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton. Thank you for joining your boys. Ryan Stewart, the other half of the Two Live Stews, is out on vacation out there in Missouri playing golf with all of the Nordics and whatever they do out there in Missouri. But shouts out to him as well. He'll be back on Monday. The Pistons traded up. One quick note on this. The Pistons traded up from – get that off of there. Traded up from number 21 to number 17 overall to select Stanford guard Ibuka Okori, 19-year-old, one-and-done freshman, averaged 23 points. So shouts out to Detroit. We talked a little bit earlier about the Pistons are definitely on the rise.
No doubt about it.
We're WGPR up there at 107.5. So this kid right here, man, as a freshman, they get him at number 17 overall, average 23 points as a freshman. That's a nice pick for the Pistons.
And Doug, when you move up and target somebody, you like them. You like the skill set. And I love that pick and that move by Detroit is because you need some scoring outside of Cade Cunningham. When Cade Cunningham goes to the bench or Cade Cunningham is not scoring or his shot is not falling, it's hard for those guys to find shots. And when you can get a guy like that came on the scene as a freshman scoring, I see why they moved up to get him.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the big news that happened over the last couple of days, almost as big or maybe just as big as the NBA draft, is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can't say his goddamn last name. I'm sorry. We just call him Giannis. He just go by his first name, like, or
the Greek Freak.
Right, or the Greek Freak. Gets traded from Milwaukee after 13 years in Milwaukee, gets traded to the Miami Heat in a blockbuster deal. Milwaukee received a massive package, including Tyler Hero, who's a very good player, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Khalil Ware, top prospect Kasparis Jakonis, and multiple first-round picks in a swap and additional draft compensation. What are your thoughts when you heard that they pulled the trigger? And Miami does this. They're very known for adding a last piece to a team. They brought in Shaq at the end of his career. They've had several players that have come in and help take them to the next level.
They brought in Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, Ray Allen. They brought in a lot of big-name free agents in this manner, and it's worked out for them. What are your thoughts, Giannis in Miami?
Doesn't move the needle for me at all.
Okay.
It really doesn't. The player in Giannis, yes, he moves the needle. He's a really good player, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Hey, what, 30 and 12 in his sleep as far as 30 points, 12 rebounds, just a locomotive coming downhill. How's he going to work with Bam Adebayo?
That's what I was just about to ask you.
I mean, I don't know, Doug. I just don't know. And I watch a lot of NBA basketball. I can't name you that many more players on that Miami Heat team. And it seems as to me that Bam Adebayo, I know he can play in the 5 position or he'll stretch 4 in his size, but it seems as almost, don't get me wrong, Doug, but it seems like they're the same type of players. Now, I know Giannis is much better. I know that. I mean, just the same type of player.
Joe, they're the exact player. Now, Giannis is a little bit better offensively, but not that much better because think about it. Bam just scored 100 points in the game. Oh, how many points did he score in the game?
He had 82.
82 points. Why did I say 100?
Oh, 83. 83.
I'm thinking Will Chamberlain. But they're so my point in bringing that up is Bam can score the basketball if he wants. I don't think historically they've asked him to be that guy. You know, he had a great night, but I think that's evidence that he can score. They're literally a carbon copy of each other. And the first thing that comes to mind when I saw that they traded Giannis to Miami is Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon, Twin Towers. Like these guys are going to be on the floor. That's a good pull,
Doug. Yeah.
These guys are going to be on the floor at the same time. Like, how's that going to work? It seems like that should work, but with Sampson and Olajuwon, I think it worked to a pretty good degree. I can't remember, and I should have looked up what the exact success they had during that time. Sampson ended up having all these health issues, these injuries or whatnot, so he never blossomed into the player that we thought he was going to be coming out of Virginia. But they got the Twin Towers 2026 version.
Yeah, you remember in '86 is when the Rockets upset the Los Angeles Lakers and they went to the finals and played Larry Bird and those guys with Sampson and Olajuwon on that team. So all I'm going to say about this is, Doug, that I have to, with this move, trust the great Pat Riley. That's all I can say about that. That he has more moves to come, that this is not it. Because as I look at this roster, the way it's constructed right now, and you got rid of Tyler Hero, do you have the shooters around Giannis? If he gets to the lane and they double team him, and can somebody spot up and shoot? Because that's what you're going to need. And then Bam, how's Bam going to feel about it? Those type of moves, you do run it by I don't know if you would call Bam a superstar. Right. He's a very good player, an all-star.
Right.
You don't make those type of moves and not run it by him or let them know what we're thinking about. But it doesn't move the needle for me at all. It would have been a much better fit if Giannis had been to Boston as far as him winning the championship out. And that's all I'm talking about right now is moving the needle for Giannis because he's on a championship mission right now.
That's the second part, and we didn't even talk about this in the pre-show, but you led me right into the second part. The other team on the table, when you're watching the Two Live Stews experience, the other team on the table was the Boston Celtics, some type of deal for Jaylen Brown, Atlanta's own Jaylen Brown. And I threw out there several times, and I've seen other people mention it. It's not I don't think it's 100% my idea or whatever. But there's been some talk about moving Jaylen Brown for years. And the second team involved in the conversation to get Giannis was the Boston Celtics, and allegedly the deal on the table was Jaylen Brown. So you would have liked that better for Giannis to help win a championship?
Oh, absolutely.
And then what are your thoughts about Jaylen Brown, the Celtics trying to move Jaylen Brown? How do you think that relationship's going to be going forward?
If Brad Stevens, the general manager for the Celtics, if he's being honest and he's telling the truth when he said to us that the communication between him and Jaylen Brown has been magnificent and it's been transparent and Jaylen understands it, I'm okay with it. However, Doug, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I think that you can't cover this up when you dangling the man around trade talk, Finals MVP. That's top 5 or maybe top 4 in MVP voting this year. It's just something that, unless you have really thick skin, unless all you want to do is ball and you have your championship, I don't see this bouncing back from this locker room style.
Right.
I'm just being honest. I mean, you and I,
Joe, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Yeah.
We've been in locker rooms and we know how this can affect the locker room. The side eye look, the look in the general manager comes in the building that you don't want to talk to them, and I mean you in the booth in the back in the dark just gossiping. Right. That's not good. It's just not good. And I just think with Jaylen Brown that they want him. When I say they, in general, the fans and some upper management want him to shut up.
Right, absolutely.
They think his opinion he's too opinionated. I don't have a problem with it, Doug, myself. Right. But just from the outside looking in, because on the surface, there's no reason you would be trying to move this guy.
So Joe, right. He's damn near MVP. Like, I think he came in the top 5 for the MVP this year.
Yes, sir.
100%. The reason that they're trying to move him, everybody knows this. So stop trying to. Stevens just acts like people are stupid. Like, it's almost like this Trump thing. Like, we see Trump do all of these crazy, ridiculous, things, and it's like Bizarro World. We're looking at it, and he acts like it's not happening. So, back to the Boston angle. Everybody knows they're trying to move him, and he can't be happy with that, seeing his contribution to the success that they've had in Boston over the last couple of years. And you're 100% right. Everybody knows it. It's like the little dirty kept secret. Right. Boston is historically known as a racist sports city. The fans up there are synonymous with being racist. They are. That's just the way it is. So that town has that reputation. I don't know how true it is. That's just what I've heard my entire life.
Right.
Jaylen Brown is very, very progressive. He's very, very opinionated about where we're at in this country as a race and the things that happen to us day in and day out in this country. He's on record. They're trying to get rid of his black ass.
Yes.
Stop acting like y'all not trying to get rid of him. Y'all are. I threw out there that I thought a good fit would be Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. This is Chocolate City, the new Chocolate City. He would work here in this city on the court and off the court. We need a superstar. I say we because
I love it.
I'm not rooting for the Lakers. I'm rooting for the Atlanta. I'm rooting for all the home teams. This would be a great fit that he could come in and play with Jalen Johnson. He can come in and be a mentor to Ricochet, Dyson Daniels. The Hawks are on the way up. Yeah. If they could find a way to make the money work, and once again, I'm not a capologist. If they could find a way to make the money work, the Hawks get a name brand, big name player, which we really haven't had in a long, long time. We can get a name brand player, and we can get a guy that fits perfectly into the community. It's a win-win. I would love for the Hawks to make a deal for him.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but you're spot on. You're spot on, Doug. What I will say to you is that those are pipe dreams, though. Right. Pipe dreams. Uh-huh. And the reason why is that the Hawks, they don't have any assets. I mean, to make something like that happen.
They got great young assets, but they don't have anybody to replace a perennial all-star.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so they're going to handicap your team. You're going to either have to give up with a lot of draft picks, or at least Jalen Johnson. For me, if I'm Boston and even thinking about trading Jaylen Brown to the Hawks, you're going to give me Jalen Johnson.
That's a problem. That's a problem, and that's why it'll be hard for this deal to work. So you're right. It's pie in the sky. It may not ever happen because of the money. Jalen Johnson, once again, you're exactly right, is too valuable of a young player. He's much younger than Jaylen Brown. So you don't want to do that, and this guy turns into be a perennial all-star for the next 15 years. You don't want to do that 10 to 15 years. I get it. What do you think happens with that situation in Boston with them and Jaylen Brown?
I think because of the contract.
Not Jaylen Brown, sorry. Jaylen Brown, yes.
Yeah, I think because of the contract and the money he's being made or paid right now, nobody's going to take on that contract. And what Boston would want in return is to be like somebody comparable. That's why it was cool to say Giannis and throw some other people in there because it's almost somewhat comparable.
Right.
So I'm anticipating that he has to start the season as a Celtic, and then his name is going to come up every time. Trade deadline. Right. They're going to be talking about, are they going to move him, especially if the Celtics are not doing what they're supposed to do. If the Celtics are struggling any bit because Jason Tatum is going to be healthier. Right. And it's going to be Jason Tatum's team again. Mm-hmm. Will Jaylen Brown be able to do that? And my problem is that they work well together. So I don't see why you have to move him unless you're trying to move him. He wasn't disrupting the team.
Joe, it's 90% because of him and his
and
personality off the court. It's off the court stuff. There's no reason to trade him. There's no reason to trade him. They're both very young. Him and Tatum are very, very young. So you ask yourself, why would they even want to trade him? It's because of the stuff off the court. It's because he's come out and been very opinionated about a lot of these cultural issues, these issues going on in this country right now. There's no other explanation why you would try to trade Jaylen Brown. None.
And can you hear what you're saying, Doug? And I totally agree. But his off the field issues, and there are no issues.
There are no issues.
It's just him voicing his opinion in a political type world.
Right. There's political issues, but it's not like it's issues with Terrell Owens. Okay, I'm going over to another sport. It's not like it was issues with Terrell when he was in San Francisco or Philadelphia doing, being a distraction. He was a big distraction in the locker room. I get that. Jaylen Brown ain't no distraction. This man is giving his opinion on what's going on in this country politically and culturally with his people, but that's enough to get a perennial all-pro, a guy pretty much headed to the Hall of Fame if he keeps up at this pace for the next 6 or 7 years. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. There's no other reason to even consider trading him and breaking up that big two. There's no other reason.
2 years removed. That's 2 years removed, or maybe 3 years removed, Doug, from winning the Finals MVP.
That's it.
Come on.
They're trying to ship his black ass out of there because he talks too much.
Yes.
That's it. And him being from Atlanta, it just makes perfect sense if the Hawks can figure out a way to make it happen. And I think Atlanta needs a big splash. Like, I can't remember us ever signing. And free agents, they always say free agents don't want to come to Atlanta. They want to live in Atlanta. Yeah. They don't want to come and play for the Atlanta Hawks because the organization has a somewhat sketchy reputation as far as other front offices in the league. So it's those little, like, outside of the equation conversations that come up whenever they talk about, like, I can't think of another big name free agent that came to Atlanta. We had Joe Johnson, who was homegrown, kind of, sort of. Right. We picked him up in the trade, but he became Joe Johnson when he got here. We've had a couple of players, but no big star name that I can think of right now that's come to Atlanta in a trade or some type of deal.
Yeah, because nothing is attractive basketball wise.
Right.
I mean, you don't have a player that one, another player would be like, I want to play with that guy, or I want to go over there and be the Robin to that Batman. There's none of that. So again, that's what I thought Trey Young could do, and that's why I've always said, does anybody want to play with Trey Young? Would be a question. Mm-hmm. Does anybody want to play with Jalen Johnson? Do you want to play with Dyson Daniels, Ricochet? Are those the guys that can go out and you can be attractive enough to a free agent can say, I like what they're doing over there. I would like to join that team over there because they play the style of basketball I like to play.
Yeah. And we like stars. I think we like stars in this city. We love the Dominique Wilkins. We love the Deion Sanders. We like big name stars, black athletes in particular, because once again, this is the new Chocolate City.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, you know what I'm saying? So we like big name stars like that. If we could get a big name star like Jaylen Brown that's won a championship, that's going to bring veteran leadership to the locker room, I think everybody wins. Once again, he's from Atlanta. I think everybody wins. I think that would be a great fit. I think he would welcome it because he's from the city. I just think, and once again, you're right. This pie in the sky.
Well, it's not pie in the sky. Not if I think of it now, Doug. Are you willing to get to let Jalen go, Jalen Johnson?
And as much talking as I've done about this in the last 10 minutes, I don't think that I would want to do that.
Well, see,
I think that I
the thing.
would do it if I really sat down and thought about it, and I'm sure they would. I think I would do it, but boy, it'll be tough for me to do. It's like 51 to 49%.
And then that's still not
51% I do it, 49% I don't want to do it.
And then that's still not an equal trade. Boston's going to want something else.
Right.
So they don't even think that's going to be an even swap. Jalen Johnson for Jaylen Brown. That's not even. So you got to throw me something else in there. A couple first-round picks, conditional first-round picks, or another player.
Oh, absolutely. You can't just, and that talks to the conversation about how good he is.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? Because Jalen Johnson is on the rise. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's saying that he's next up. He's going to be the next big thing in the city. All right, listen, when we get back to the break, Hollywood's coming in with the Hollywood Report, little entertainment news. We'll get back to the sports later. We're going to talk some NFL, and we're also going to talk about the top thing or trademarks that these athletes have, and a little fun trending topic for trending topic number 4. Entertainment news coming up next with Ollie Michelle. Don't go away. 2 Live Studio Spirit. Yeah, Joe. Yes.
I hadn't thought about that, Doug. You make a lot of sense with the Atlanta. It makes a lot of sense, but
What up, folks? It's your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the world famous 2 Live Stews. Now, what I do in my daily life is I work in the financial services industry. In particular, I sell life insurance, okay? I do retirement planning, investing as well, but really I focus on life insurance. You need somebody that you can trust to sell you a life insurance policy, to get you the right life insurance policy. I'm your guy. Y'all know me from these streets. I'm somewhat of a public figure. I'm not going to do anything wrong to damage my reputation at all right? So if you need life insurance, your mama need life insurance, your kids need life insurance, holla at me. Holla at your boy, all right? 678-770-8073. That's 678-770-8073. I've been doing this thing a long, long time. I've hired, trained, and managed employees and agents in the life insurance industry. Holla at your boy. I got you covered. You good. 678-770-8073. I got you. Welcome back to the show. You see it right there. 2 Live Stews, Cruise with the Stews. Ollie Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody this morning?
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Till Dog, I put on a t-shirt. Till Dog thought I had on a muumuu. I was like, I do not have on a muumuu. I had on my dress, but since it looked like a muumuu, I changed clothes.
You joined us in the pregame show this morning.
I did.
Tree's about to dip out, so you're going to actually be controlling the board. You got it, right?
Let me just say this. As you always say, Tree is the best producer in producery. I really wish she would get her flights to go after all this stuff happens.
Right.
It's hard out here on the pimp. I gotta pay attention to the time, and I gotta talk, and what's happening. And my phone is recording everything I say right now. That's crazy. I done push buttons trying to pay attention.
Butt dial.
I'm butt dialing myself, and I can't make it stop. But anyway, so I got to pay attention to times. I got to look at notes. I got to push the buttons.
That's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Let me just tell y'all, if stuff does not happen like it's supposed to, you just throw the blame at me for I'm trying to double. It's like double dutching. You're trying to jump in and double dutch.
Ooh, double dutching. There you go.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post a picture kind of to let people see what's going on behind the scenes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group. There's a lot going on. But Ollie, the thing about it is it's not easy, but this is something you just have to have repetition in.
Yes, and all the stuff is back
on StreamYard. Go ahead.
Yes, all the stuff is back here. It's just all the stuff is back here. You got to make it go at the right times and volume and control. And then you're a very hard boss, and so you mess up back here.
I'm not a very hard boss. No.
Y'all know Doug go tell on people he the police. Y'all know what it is. Let's not pretend.
That's actually overly not true.
Doug is good people. He's hard.
Hey, so Arlie, tell us about the cruise, the second annual Cruise with the Stews.
let me just say this first of all. For those that don't know, I am Arlie of Arleywood. I am the entertainment reporter for the Two Live Stews Experience on this beautiful platform with these handsome gentlemen today, Joe Hamilton and Doug. Typically, it's them two bad brothers, but today we have these two handsome gentlemen. And I am getting you all on your second annual Super Bowl cruise.
Yeah!
We are sailing from Fort Lauderdale on February the 12th. We will return on February the 15th. And guess what, guys? The Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day. So you're getting a twofer. You take your lady or your man out. For those sports enthusiasts that are listening in, or women, bring your hubby. For the ones that are men, bring your woman. And we're going to sail and have ourselves a good time. We're going to watch the game together. We're going to eat some dinners. We're going to just do some fun stuff. Go to the Bahamas. And then we're going to come on back. So give me an email me at sme.arleywood, like that thing you get in the morning, ARLE wood at gmail.com. Right now, that phone is acting up. So email me. I've been getting some great emails. People have been sending in their credit card authorization forms. We're going to sell this. We're going to sell this mother out. So y'all get ready. Woo!
Woo! Let's see all you say. Yes.
Your love for football and your love for your boot all together.
That's perfect. Like two birds with one stone, like they say in the country.
Hey, two birds with one stone. Let's take them down. Y'all know what we do about this time. For those of you who have never joined us before, welcome. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries and all the wonderful things.
And I also sing, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
A new edition.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to Douglas Stewart. Is it the sixth member of New Edition? Y'all need to know that about him. And he sings for the people. So, actress of stage and TV, Barbara Montgomery. I never knew her name. Is 86. She is a lady who played one of the, if you ever watched the show Amen, she was one of the sisters. They called each other sister. Yeah. Sister. So she has been doing this thing for a long time. 86 years young.
What's her name again?
Barbara Montgomery.
Okay. All right.
Look her up. You'll be like, oh, I never realized that was her name. Comedian James Carter Walker, we know him as Jimmy Walker. Can you believe he is 79? JJ
is almost 80 years old.
Why did I decease JJ? Why did I decease him? What was I thinking about? JJ, my goodness.
It might have popped up because it's his birthday.
Dynamite.
Yeah. What you call it? James Evans, whose real name was I forgot his real name. John Amos.
John Amos.
He just passed away like maybe the last year or two.
He did.
So maybe that's what you confuse him with, Joe.
Okay.
Well, he might have seen JJ because it's his birthday. You know, people will post stuff. Former NBA player and dad to Steph and Seth Curry, Wardell. That's why they call him Dale. Didn't know that. Wardell Stephen Curry Sr.
Okay.
Wardell Curry is 62. And former MTV VJ and actress Lala Anthony. Guess how old she is?
How old is Lala Anthony?
You're not going to know because it's out there in the universe and they ain't got no numbers going with it. So you ain't going to know.
Are you serious?
Yep. When you look it up, it says 46 or 47, according to some things. And other things say she was born in a whole different year. I love that. That's what mine says. When you look mine up, it says so they just pick a number. And I'm like, that sounds good with me. Go with it.
I'm sure somebody can find that out. Somebody can find that out.
They'll look it up, but we do it. If you don't go by your actual name, sometimes it's hard. And her name is not Lala. Her name is like
what was Lala? Was she on Power?
Yes.
Yeah. Had a little
she
new
was Tasha Power. On Power.
Showed them little tatas. Yes.
She's going to be on. She's coming out because I've been watching. I think she and Megan Good will be on the 4th season. People who watch Reasonable Doubt, which probably y'all don't look, but I love that show. It's like a lawyer kind of show. It is strong black female lead, and I think Lala is going to be on this season. They do like each season has like a different set of wonderful actors and actresses. Tomorrow, Shannon Sharp will turn 58. Derek Jeter will turn 52. Michael Vick will turn 47. That's some heavy hitters.
Vick turning 47.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, and we also, I know that Clive Davis is not one of us, but Clive Davis found so many of the voices and music that we love. He passed on Monday of age-related illnesses. He was 94 years old. He was known as the man with the golden ear, founded Earth, Wind, and Fire, Sly and the Family Stone, Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, Alicia Keys, Luther Vandross, and just so many more. So this man had the ear. Now there's some.
Was it Clive Davis that Michael Jackson went off on? No, it wasn't Clive. It was on. Michael Jackson went off on Mottola, Tommy Mottola. I'm confusing the two white men executives. My bad.
Right. Well, Clive. Right. You know how they do with us. They all look alike. I did not know this until I just saw this. That Clive Davis, he has 4 children, 2 from his first marriage, 2 from his second marriage. But he was with his partner when he passed. Of 21 years, a gentleman by the name of Greg Schreifer.
What? Rewind that. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Oh, boy.
So when he passed away, he was with he has 4 children. He was married for 9 years to the first wife, had 2 kids with them. And then like 10 years later, he has a set of children that are about 10 years younger with his second wife that he was married to for about 20 years. But when he passed the other day, he was holding the hand of his partner, Greg, and I'm probably not Schreifer, who's an interior designer and real estate agent. The two have been in a relationship for more than 20 years. And apparently, and I didn't know this because I didn't follow Clive Davis, in 2013, when he wrote his memoir, The Soundtrack of My Life, he gave everyone the realization that he was a bisexual.
What?
Who knew? Now all that stuff they were trying to say about Clive Davis doing this and business deals, and that's why Chris Brown wasn't getting what he wanted, because Clive Davis kind of put him on the blacklist and all this kind of stuff, because it wouldn't all the stuff that the little rumors. Now I'm like,
yeah, you think you know a ninja?
Man, he flipped the script.
He flipped 20 years. That's a great way to put it. With one, 20 with one, 20 with another, and I had no idea. And so they just put that in the report, like he was, surrounded by loved ones. He was holding the hand of his partner. And I was like, oh, partner. And then I looked at the name. I was like, oh, Brian is not a girl. Brian is not a girl.
That's definitely not a girl. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in power.
Rest in peace, Clive Davis.
Yes. So I got to push my own buttons. Let me see what time it is. 8:09. So the first up, I want to just a story that we have been following is here.
Okay.
So Tigger was officially arrested on Saturday, and of course he paid his bail and is released, but the arrested on battery and child cruelty. And I was like, well, how do you get child cruelty out of all of this? But apparently when the entire incident originally happened on May the 9th. So Tigger apparently was alleged, and what's in the report is that Tigger and his wife got into it on that day, May the 9th. And what he did was she grabbed his phone, and I guess in his effort, and that doggone cell phone, because that's exactly what happened to Jonathan Majors, and that's how that girl said it was abuse towards her. He goes to grab the cell phone, and I guess pushes her in some way. She cuts and gets the laceration on her face. They talk about it was an argument, and she goes to get unplug a computer or something. He chases after her, and so the reason for the child cruelty charges is because their 13-year-old son or child, their son was upstairs and heard the entire altercation. The whole thing is apparently captured on Ring surveillance footage as well. So I'm not sure.
So you haven't seen it yet, though? It's not out there?
I have not seen his mugshot just was released Monday, because it happened Saturday. They just released his mugshot. And he's just asking, as we all would ask, like, please. He wrote a plea on his Instagram. And everybody, we talked about this Monday, Joe. Remember, like, why is everybody going to Instagram and social media to tell their stories?
Right.
He went to, social media and talked about his past 30 years and relationships with the community. And because this is an active legal matter, he is limited in what he can say. He is confident that all the facts will appear, and he is grateful, for everybody's support, and so we're gonna see what happens. So
Ollie, what took so long? I mean, this is a whole month and some days afterwards. Normally, when you have anything about domestic violence, especially a man against a female, that a month And then he gets arrested.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't.
You know what that sounds like to me? And I'm a conspiracy theorist at heart a lot of times. That sounds like it happened and she tried to get him to do something, or she would tell. And they've been negotiating all this time from then till now on him doing whatever she asked him to do, and he didn't do it. So she's like, okay, I'm going to tell now. Wow. That's what it sounds like. The scenario sounds like to me.
Perhaps what I'm not sure of, and I thought I read this somewhere, so that makes Joe's question even greater. Like, I don't know. I felt like I read they called the police that day, and there was a police report made
Correct.
on that day. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the disconnect was, and I need to go look and see what that is. Because you're right, Joe. If the police show up, I know in most
somebody
states,
going to jail.
Somebody going.
Right.
Somebody is going, and so and she would have had visible on that day because the laceration required stitches. She went to a hospital and got stitches that day. So I'm really curious, as like you said, why did he just get arrested? The child was at the house if the police came that day. So I'm going to go look and see if there was a police report filed that day, or if there was like a don't take him and then they came back. I don't know. That's a very good question. Right. So this is something we're going to be following to just kind of see what's happening.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. Next up is a cute story to me. So our forever president, I love him forever and ever and ever. Just civility and coolness and all that. But he sat down with give that deserves. He sat down with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson for their show All the Smoke. And one of the things he said, they of course, different things came up with his new not a museum. He has they're not calling it a museum, but that came up. And so of course, Orange Sickle came up, and
Orange Sickle, that's a new one.
I call him Orange because when he get his tan, he's like an Orange Sickle. Right. But thank you. Ta-da, I'm here all night. But he was basically saying when he was president, he didn't have time. He didn't even watch like the news like that or news cycles because he was busy. He had so many important things to do. He said he just doesn't understand how this person has all this time. And he said, I'm just living rent free in his head. I have a suite, not just a room. I got a whole suite in his head. But what he did say was, what I thought was cute. He said he's big on if there's a confrontation, he's big on direct conversation. He said, so if this whoever you were talking about was in front of me, which has happened a couple of times, he don't talk like that, Obama said, because he knows better. There's that filter of the phone that creates people just say kind of crazy stuff that they
anything they want, right? Because they can't put hands on you, right?
So he said he would never. He's been in my face. He never said these crazy things to my face. He never said them. So I was like, oh,
I got to go and watch that episode. So listen, you know what that's the equivalent of?
What?
That's the equivalent of you being in a classroom, or you be doing something or you're at work and you're on your phone. If your boss comes by and sees you on your phone, that's not good. You're supposed to be working, right?
Right.
Like I've never understood why you can verify that Trump is up at 2:00 in the morning on Twitter. Man, you need to be getting your rest. You're running the free world. Why are you on social media at 2-3 o'clock in the morning timestamp? And it's not like he's got some assistant doing it or whatever. No, he's doing this stuff, which is insane to me.
It is and do you know how many big things are happening in this world on a daily? And you mad about?
That's why you always falling asleep every press conference he go to. Get your ass some rest. You old as Methuselah. You need to get some sleep, man. You got the damn job. It's bad enough you got the job already. Get some sleep, man, so you can focus the next day on this job.
Right. And the seriousness of the lives that you hold at stake. Let me tell you, Doug, right now you should just pass the plate. You should just pass the plate. You just preach the word. You just preach the whole word.
I mean, the tweet got a timestamp at 2 a.m. What? Man, you need to get some sleep, bruh.
Somewhere. Close your eyes, silly man.
Close your eyes for a second.
Close your mouth. No, sorry, not a second. Close them a long time, please and thank you. I'm sorry, that's not nice. My grandmama told me to stop saying that. The last thing, and it's time for me to look at this, but I know this is not that big of a deal to us, but somebody might care. There's a versus tonight with B2K and Pretty Ricky. The reason it came up on my feed was because the one on the end with the little hat at the bottom, he trying to talk junk. I don't even know what the beef was, and they were just like, "What are you even do? what was it all about? So they are I guess they're trying to drum up, want people to watch the verses, but it will be on tonight. You can catch it on all your streaming platforms, Apple Music, Complex, and the Versus TV platform. You can vote. It's going to be at 6:30.
That's strange to me.
That's what I was going to say. Most people watching this show are kind of like in our age demographic, 40s, 50s, or whatever. Young people don't know that much about the Stews, but my daughter Kayla, that's her wheelhouse. Them two groups you just had right there are her wheelhouse. I know she's going to be interested in watching that.
Absolutely.
But isn't Versus normally beefing though? I mean, R&B. Yeah. I mean, how do they beef?
They're trying to beef, but why do we beef? But that one group inside of the group, there's a lot of beef. So just be prepared for all the beef in the group, because that's why they had to come off tour. B2K couldn't get along with each other. Wow. So yes, well, it's your girl Arlie Michelle. I'm in the chat. I'm pushing buttons, and I'm gonna see y'all in a little. Hey,
Arlie, I just sent you an updated pick of the day. I don't know. Are you able to use that?
I'll see what I can do
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Pray.
Yeah, because it applies to something we just talked about. It's if you can get it, that'd be good. If not, because I know this is a little bit outside of what you've done in the past.
But hey, I'm gonna do my very best.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right, I will see y'all on the other side. Yep. Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, we'll have you back a little bit later, Arlie. Yeah, the entertainment report, or not the entertainment report, the trending topic number 4. We're gonna get you included in that, as well as picks of the day. So stay tuned. Arlie will be back. When we get back from the break, though, Joe, I want to talk to you a little bit about some NFL stuff.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Kyle Pitts in particular, Atlanta Falcons tight end. And I'll also kind of follow up on the Brendan Sorsby story. Some big things have happened over the last couple of days. Don't go away. 2 Hour Stews experience. Oh, that was great, Arlie. That was great. And I believe you have long gray hair at the bottom of your chin.
Yeah, man, it is what it is.
So he's just totally repelling the Beijing?
I don't use any Beijing, man. I let them express themselves. Like we are going to express ourselves when people book the Stews. Larry Brown, 404-895-9395. Repasses, funerals, open mic nights,
bar mitzvahs.
Yes, bar mitzvahs. Yeah. I would learn more about the culture before getting booked for one. But if I get booked for one, I'll damn sure come do it. Anyway, book the Stews. 404-895-9395. Call our guy Larry Brown. Email him sme.larrybrown@gmail.com.
Tailgates, strip clubs, scripper clubs. We do it all.
Dropping the kids off at school, picking the kids up from school, going to the kids' school for recess. We do it all.
Draft parties. We do it all.
One thing we didn't mention, or we forgot to mention, so let me mention it. 4 small feet.
Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan Stewart. Ryan is out on vacation, hanging out in Ohio. Utah. That's right, Utah. He's out there playing golf in Utah with we got kind of like a little golf group. I'm part of like 3 different golf groups, and this particular group we went. Matter of fact, speaking to Detroit and Tree going to Detroit. The first time our golf group, or when I went to the Q's boat ride in Detroit, we planned the golf trip around the Q's boat ride in Detroit.
Wow.
For that weekend. So we played golf like that Thursday and Friday. Friday night, they had the big party. Tree's going to go to the tomorrow night. And then Saturday, they had the boat ride, which is a real dope setup. Shouts out to the Q's in Detroit, Michigan. All right, 2 quick stories I want to get your thoughts on. Kyle Pitts, tight end for the Atlanta Falcons, signed a 3-year, $54 million extension with $36 million guaranteed. The deal keeps him in Atlanta through the 2028 season at $18 million per year. He becomes the 3rd highest paid tight end in NFL history behind only George Kittle and Terry McBride. The extension replaces the franchise tag he was set to play under in 2026. Now listen, Kyle Pitts, over 1,000 yards receiving as a rookie tight end, First rookie to tight end to reach 1,000 yards since Hall of Famer Mike Ditka. Damn. Ditka played in like the 50s or 60s, early 60s. He made the Pro Bowl as a rookie. I'm giving you some of the positives before I get to the other half of this. 6'6", 250 pounds, with wide receiver speed is what they're saying about this guy. Matchup nightmare. Still considered one of the most athletic tight ends in the NFL. He's played 17 games in multiple seasons, so very durable. Okay, here's the other part of it. He was drafted number 4 overall in the draft.
Yes.
Highest drafted tight end in NFL history. Fans expect when you get drafted that high, this is kind of what I was saying earlier. When you get drafted that high, we have expectations for you. And the expectations are Kellen Winslow Sr., Ozzie Newsome, Rob Gronkowski. You know, I think Shannon Sharp. When you get drafted that high, the expectations is you're going to be a legendary, not a good tight end. You're going to be a legendary tight end. I don't think he's lived up to that billing yet. What's your thoughts on Kyle Pitts, his career in Atlanta, these last 5 years, and this new deal that the Falcons just gave him, where this man is making 118, not 118, $54 million extension, $36 million guaranteed, $18 million per year. Your thoughts?
Well, Doug, you made a great point when you brought up where he got drafted at. That's huge. We can't gloss over that, because even when you said that when you get drafted that high, you expect to be Rob Gronkowski or Shannon Sharp or Kellen Winslow Sr. You name it. You name it. George Kittle, Travis Kelce. However, Doug, the whole thing about Kyle Pitts, we're not giving him the benefit of the doubt, because none of those guys were drafted in the first round. Let alone number 4 overall. So that in itself was alarming to us. How are you going to draft a tight end number 4 overall? All right, because he's a unicorn. So I put it to you like this, Doug. I have no problem with the money. And I'm not calling myself a hypocrite, because I'd said going into the last season, even before, I didn't want to pick up his 5th-year option.
Right.
And it's run its course with Kyle Pitts. But what do you do when a guy put up the season he just put up? You can't let him walk out the door. That's one thing if he came as a free agent. It's one thing if he came and he was on the roster, he lucked up for 1 year. He was drafted into this organization. So you just don't let that go. You don't let a walk-in, 1,000-yard receiver, so to speak, because I can still call him a receiver, walk out the door. You just can't have that happen, because what happens is, how are you going to replace him?
Right.
Are we about to say that, tight ends come a dime a dozen? You can find your Kyle Pitts anywhere? We can't say that. So at some point, either Atlanta Falcons had to reward him for that season he just had, or somebody else would have.
Yeah, and you made great points. And once again, I'm always of the opinion that in this city, we give these guys passes. We give them too many passes, our athletes passes in the city. Like in New York or Boston, those fans up there are brutal to the players and to the teams. But you know what? That's all we have as fans is our voice. If you like how things are going with the team, with the organization, with the players, you cheer. You don't go on social media and talk bad about them day and night. If you don't like what they're doing, if you don't like their production, if you don't like what's going on in the organization, you boo. You get on social media and you rip them. And everybody just seems like we're giving him a pass. And once again, I keep going back to based on when he was drafted. Yeah. He has not produced to the level of the number 4 pick in the draft. No, who drafts a tight end at number 4?
Yeah, that's nobody.
Nobody has never happened before, obviously, because he's the highest pick ever. But when you get drafted number 4, you need to be in, once again, Antonio Gates, Kellen Winslow Sr., not Jr., Rob Gronkowski, Shannon Sharp. Your numbers and your production and your game making, your playmaking ability needs to stand out. And he's had some good years, and I know people are going to say, well, he hadn't had the greatest quarterback situation.
Oh, yes, sir. I was going to say that.
I get that. But you're supposed to carry the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? You got drafted number 4. If you're talking about the relationship between the quarterback and Kyle Pitts, because of where he was drafted, he's supposed to make the quarterback look good. Like those passes that are thrown his way, because of where he got drafted, he's supposed to make some tough catches.
No doubt.
But I don't think that's the case.
And it does bother me, so I'm going to keep it real. It does bother me that at 6'6", 250, he does not get in the end zone enough. I mean, he probably doesn't have 15 total touchdowns yet. I mean, and this is going into his 5th year or what have you. So that bothers me as far as being a high draft pick. Mm-hmm. But that's par for the course for a tight end. Right. And what I look at it, and I want to bring this up to you, I know it's a different position, and you said a little bit earlier about Jalen Johnson. Mm-hmm. You don't want to necessarily send this guy off and he's a Hall of Fame type player or an All-Pro at another team.
Right.
You don't want to do that. Or what about a Baker Mayfield, Doug? Or what about a Sam Darnold? A journeyman, so to speak. And then when you look at the Tampa Bay Bucks with Baker Mayfield now, I mean, he's a franchise-type quarterback. Right. When you look at Sam Darnold right now, I mean, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And, I mean, back-to-back trying to not bust the bank, but $40 million a year. So that's my point. When somebody produces, although they haven't, when it's that time, it's almost that when GMs or fans love when somebody's on their team in a contract year.
Right.
If somebody's on a team on a contract year and he performs, what do you want?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I'm looking at him. What have you done for me lately? And I understand what the body of work hadn't been where it's supposed to be, but what have you done for me lately was pretty good.
Right. Okay. Second story I wanted to mention and get your thoughts on. We talked about it on Monday, and you're watching the Two Loud Stews Experience. Is the situation with former Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. He requested entry into the 2026 NFL draft via supplemental draft after losing his NCAA eligibility because of a gambling scandal in which we'll talk about the stats of the gambling which he partaked upon in college. But the NFL, long story short, the NFL has officially decided not to hold a supplemental draft in 2026, effectively blocking Sorsby from entering the league this year. We talked about this extensively on Monday. Me, you, and Ryan, this is one of the rare things that we're pretty much on the same page about, where this ain't normal what he did as far as all of this gambling that he did. I mean, $90,000 on college sports, bet on his own teams, over 2,000 bets in his couple of years of college football. Like, this wasn't normal. And our stance, and my stance in particular, I'll let you expound upon yours a little bit more in a second. But my stance was this wasn't ordinary gambling. This wasn't an ordinary situation where he made a mistake. He's addicted. He's an addict. He's a gambling addict. And I don't see you being able to cut off all that you've done in this gambling arena just with the drop of a dime. Like, he needs real help. And one thing you can't have come into a conversation when you talk about pro sports is it on the up and up? Is everybody playing? Is somebody, being bought? You can't have that, applied to your league because the league loses credibility, and you can't have that happen. But what are your thoughts? The NFL basically said, you know what? We're going to drop this thing and give us another year to think about this, to think about coming into our league.
Yeah, there's no thinking about it from the NFL anymore. And I don't think this is a big-time hot take. His NFL career is over. I mean, unless you can go to, Canada or the Arena Football League and show for a couple of years that you have been rehabilitated, that you've changed up. The NFL is putting that stance down right now. What can happen in a year where you're not? And remember now, Doug, with the NFL, it's all about playing too. Mm-hmm. So that means when the last time have you played football?
Right.
So not only that, the reason why you're not playing football is this gambling addiction, but I don't know how are we going to see you throw. When are we going to see you run?
Right.
I mean, what are you doing in the meantime?
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying that he's going to never play in the NFL again, you can take an NCAA to court, you can appeal, and you can do all those things like what happened with Texas Tech, and he was getting ready to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no taking the NFL to court about this.
Right.
The NFL is their own private entity where they can make a decision about their draft. Mm-hmm. You can't carry it to some judge and say they did me wrong because they didn't have a supplemental draft this year.
Right.
And this was specific to Sorsby.
Right.
Why they didn't do it.
Right.
So, and I might be off topic, off a little bit of saying he will never. It's hard to say never, but I don't see a way to where he can get his way back into the NFL or even get drafted when he's not going to play this year. Where's he going to play?
Yeah, in this day and time of over sensitivity to the media, what happens when he throws a bad pick, a pick six at the end of a game? What happens when he fumbles a ball where a lot of people view it as it's not rainy or anything like that, it's not wet conditions, and he fumbles a ball that's going to cost him a game? What happens? What happens if it's just too many variables that come into play where you're going to be able to question his background and what he does on the field and say this guy's he's point shaving, he's scamming. And I agree with you. You said this on Monday. I agree in rehabilitation. I believe in giving people second chances. But man, this is hard to overlook and just say that he's just going to stop or he can stop. He can't stop.
It is very hard, Doug.
It's
very
outside
hard.
of the ordinary.
And a lot of people are not able to articulate, their feelings like they want to. So that's why you hire lawyers. That's why you have a publicist and they jot down speeches for you. But the only thing that I can see that can help him out right now, Doug, is him being very transparent. Not in an Instagram, not in anything written. I'm talking about get a camera, have somebody record you. Whatever these high-profile, interviewers, whoever they are, you have somebody schedule it. I have something to say. I want to be remorseful because remember that's what the Texas Tech coach said about Sorsby and why he decided to let him on the team is that he was contrite. He sat down and talked to him. He's remorseful, so he was able to look him in his eyes. And whether we're thinking that he's real or he's doing that for the camera or not, he's going to have to say something, Doug.
Right.
I mean, for him to even think that he wants to get in this NFL, he's going to have to be transparent, and they're going to have to see his eyes, see his lips moving, see his body language, all of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, Joe, but let's go back to what the coach said. He's transparent, or what's the word you use?
He said he was remorseful.
Remorseful. Of course, he's going to be remorseful because you need a quarterback. Of course, the coach is going to say he's remorseful because he's trying to win football games. That's what he's supposed to say.
Not all coaches, though, Doug, are going to sit there and take all that backlash, coming from the Big 12, coming from the NCAA, coming from your coaches that are peers, and asking, "What are you doing?" Right. I understand you need a quarterback, and this guy's pretty good, but will he go through all that?
Right. Yeah. It's crazy, man. And I'm looking for the comment, this comment right here. If he was a ninja, things would be different, but he's not. And listen, man, I think a lot of times it feels like that we shouldn't bring race into everything, and we don't bring race into everything. But sometimes it applies, and I think we're one of the voices. This show is one of the voices for that opinion. And you're absolutely right. If I don't know, Donovan McNabb or if Mike Vick placed over $90,000 in bets, made over 2,000 bets when he was at Virginia Tech, his career would be over. I don't think. Do you think different? Do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it's apples to apples, and this is why, because his career is over.
Well, technically,
so they're treating him. I mean, I understand what Texas Tech tried to give him a second chance.
Right.
I understand that.
Right.
So I mean, normally you're right. If he was a ninja, the second chance wouldn't even taking place at Texas Tech.
Right.
But his career is over, Doug.
His career, in effect right now, his career is over. And you're right. I don't see do you think he's going to take the Canadian football route or the UFL or something like that? just to stay in shape, to show his skills. Now, if he goes and balls out in one of those leagues like that, then I can see an NFL team saying, you know what, we're going to soften our stance on this. We need a quarterback, just like the Cincinnati head coach said. We need a quarterback. We're gonna give this guy. We can take a flyer on this guy.
Oh man, check this out, Mr. Stewart. I'm not going to disrespect those other leagues. How am I going to tell you the Montreal Alouettes for Canada or Toronto Argonauts? I think I'm pronouncing it right there. Their mascot. Why would they want him? They have integrity. They have fans that's going to look at the game the same way. That's true. So, I mean, they're going to be like, hey, don't ship them over here to us.
You're 100% right. The coaches, the league in the Canadian Football League, CFL, they would have the same scrutiny, or their fans and their league would have the same issues with this guy that I just talked about. Absolutely. What happens? They make wages on Canadian football. That's so like this issue is not going to go away based on the league. You're exactly right. I didn't even think of that. Hey, all right, when we get back from the break, quick break, last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. Ollie Michelle will be back. Don't go away. Keep it live. Yeah, the Canadians don't like cheaters, man.
You going to ship them over here to us?
No, we don't want them. Don't give us the dirty laundry. You're exactly right, Joe. You're exactly right. You're absolutely exactly right.
Raindrops falling on the Buick. I'm trying to find a way to put all my thoughts in my music. Bully beats and be abusive. Wordplay is southern cutting edge. Execution been exclusive. 540 vapes, I'm on repeat. Visits let me get for entourage. Promise 2 honey packs and a double twitch. Walk out the store, jumped in the Audemo crib. I'm playing that Jada Kiss interlude shit. Yo, that big hit. Yo, you gotta admit, even though Jada New York. Hearing this beat, catching this groove, strategically making a move. This is chess, not checkers, built for official rhyme records. Biff, we paid our dues. Manila envelopes, dimes and nicks, bottles and James, pina colada and OE was the mix. We called it the formula. Mind how you drink that drink beforehand.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance, every workout.
All right, there we go. Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 2 Live Stews. Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan today. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. Last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group. There was one chat message that I wanted to read because it was pertinent to what we were talking about in the last segment. Here it goes. From Damian Hernandez, 2185. Good morning, sir. He says, I don't think this is a race thing because Calvin Ridley and Jameson Williams, who gambled on games and are still playing on the NFL. That would be true, except for the difference is I'm not sure how much Ridley gambled. Your boy Brendan Sorsby, he placed over 10,000 wagers.
10,000.
Totaling approximately $90,000. Dating back to 2022, he averaged about 20 bets. Wait, let me get the studio audience ready. He averaged, going back to 2022, he averaged about 20 bets per day. Now, I'm sure he didn't bet 20 every day. I'm sure a day may have passed where he was tired, couldn't get up out of the bed, was hungover, drunk, or something like that. So some days he bet 40 times. As a guy that has wagered in his life a couple times, once or twice, That seems impossible to me. That tells you the extent of the addiction is my point. Right.
No, you make a great point.
Right. These other guys have gambled, and there's always, I mean, we're going back to Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson back in the 30s or whatever in baseball, but not to this extent. This extent says that you can't control yourself at all. You are the definition of an addict. That's the difference.
Amen. Amen. However, I would say this to you, which I don't want to be. However, on the flip side, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I would just say that. I mean, this is a kid though. Freshman year is a kid. If you bring up Calvin Ridley, if you bring up Jameson Williams, those guys was in the NFL already. Those guys were, making money. They were grown adults. This was a young kid being a freshman on a college campus, and obviously because he placed over 10,000 bets, he came to college gambling. There's no doubt. He wasn't no rookie cookie gambler.
When he got there.
Right. Absolutely. Right. But again, that's my whole point of why I like to fall back a tad bit to where I'm just only going 90 with everybody.
You got peace in your heart. You want what's well for everybody. You want to give everybody second chances.
Yeah, and not just 10% of it. It's just 10% of it that what I'm saying is there's just a kid and come on, man. Come on, just a little bit of
and that's another thing too.
And what happened to this? What happened to the slap on the wrist? He's never gotten a slap on the wrist. Nobody ever warned him if this happens, this might happen. So he was getting away with it the whole time until
Joe, let me ask you, man. When you was 18 years old, coming out of Alvin, South Carolina, your freshman year, did you get redshirted?
Yes,
you got redshirted. We're gonna talk about some redshirt stuff here in a second. When you was 18 years old, as a redshirt freshman at Georgia Tech, ended up doing great things and all of that, Heisman Trophy candidates and all of that. Did you think at any point it was okay to make 10,000 wages?
No.
Or did you let me encompass it in 1 year. Did you ever think it was okay for you to bet Georgia Tech versus Clemson that week?
Oh,
did it even come into your mind? I'm gonna put a wager.
No.
And matter of fact, go forward a year when you were playing, the next year when you were actually on the field. Did it ever enter your mind that I think it's a good idea to put a wager between us and North Carolina?
No, sir. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's the part I can't overlook. It's not the fact that we're not giving him a second chance. It's the fact that I don't think that he even gets how much of the betting that he did. He can't comprehend it. And if he can't comprehend it, then that means something's going on with him psychologically upstairs. This thing is way bigger than him just wanting to play some bets.
Yeah, but there are also other problems that go on as freshmen or young people getting redshirted. So you brought that up, and gambling is what we are talking about, but it could be alcohol abuse. It could be marijuana abuse that people are dealing with, because it could be speeding. It could be all those type of things that initial talk when you get on campus, all those things are emphasized. Right. Now, gambling, we know about, it seems that to me, in which you're correct about the integrity, we hold gambling a little bit different or differently than anything else. Yeah,
because it affects the game. It affects the reputation of the sport. All right, last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Hours News Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. Thanks for joining your boys. Hey, everybody watching right now, please hit the share button. Please hit the share button. If you're watching on YouTube, cut and paste, share the link on your timeline, on all your social medias, TikTok, Facebook, all of them. If you're on social media, cut and paste the link to this show and post it on your timeline and whatever social media platform that you have, and we would greatly appreciate it. All right, Ollie, let's run it. Last 48, the biggest memes. There we go. More Hawk Talk. We had more Hawk Talk today than probably in the last 2 years of doing this show. From Hawks Nation, Chris Dyer, no one is saying this is a great deal, good deal, or anything, but they hate CBS Sports has for Trey. It's baffling. He must have set Botkin's kittens on fire or something. Edit, the ice Trey hate continues from CBS Sports. This dude could save babies from a burning hospital, and they would criticize him for not using a fire hose to save the building as well. So, long story short, let's have a conversation about Trey Young. Did you like him in Atlanta before he got traded to Washington, or did you think we should have moved him? Do you think he's ultimately going to have the last laugh? Was he not worth the money that he was seeking in a new deal? What's your thoughts on Trey Young being an Atlanta sports fan?
I liked him, Doug. I didn't love him. And here's why. I really listened to GMs and I listened to peers of that particular sport. And when Trey Young has been putting up the numbers that he put up here in Atlanta, and the coaches did not vote him into an all-star game, or the peers were talking about it's tough to play with him. I remember specifically Steve Kerr saying some negative things about him as far as his game. I have to look at that. And then when you're saying a guy that's a double-double guy, basically a 25 and 10 guy, where's the free agents? I talked about it a little bit earlier. If Trey Young is that likable to his peers and he's that young, why would anybody else in the NBA come to want to play in Atlanta? Mm-hmm. When and I know you've heard about this, and I use this with Trey Young. I know all about empty calories.
Right.
Empty calories. This goes back to even Matt Ryan sometimes when you're going to bring me up Matt Ryan total stats and some of the 300-yard games that he's had in his career.
Your boy Keith Brooking at linebacker, we used to say a lot of empty calories. He used to jump on piles and whatnot after the play.
That's my teammate. Be careful, Doug. But jumping on the piles or making a tackle 15-yard deep when you have to get off a linebacker.
He gets stats, but they're not at the time you need the stats. He gets the stats when the game is over.
Yes. So I like Trey Young. I didn't think Trey Young is a winning player. Mm-hmm. That is my deal, and I thought that you got just enough back from trading him. But I think it was still a little bit too late because he had digressed a little bit. He wasn't as not vilified. He wasn't as high up on the mountain as he once was when you decided to trade him. But you knew he wasn't playing winning basketball before just this past season.
Man, I remember we had Jason Terry when the Hawks had Jason Terry. He was like they were building around him. Then that never happened, obviously. Championships never happened, not even close. Then he went on to Dallas and he won rings. Like Jason Terry played a long, long time, but it felt like they were trying to build around Jason Terry at one point. Kind of felt the same way with Trey Young. And you watch now, man. This guy, you watch this. It's Atlanta sports luck that Trey Young is going to go up there. Him and Anthony Davis going to turn around that franchise. And they're going to be contenders. I'm not going to say they're going to win a championship anytime soon, but just Atlanta sports fans' luck that Trey Young go up there and he started to ball out of control. He's a great player.
Give him help, man.
He was an eminent all-star. He went to all-star game like 4 or 5 years.
Who did?
Trey Young.
Yeah, Doug, I think less than that. And then the fans voted him in because the ice tray and all that. But
the marketing of him.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't see, a franchise player, but I also didn't think that the franchise did enough to put something around him.
Trey Young, Trey Young, 4-time NBA All-Star, 2020, 2022, 2024, 2025. I mean, he ain't no goddamn chump now.
No doubt about it. I would ask you though, is a however in there, how many times has he been an all-NBA player?
Right. And that's really what counts. You're exactly right. We talk about it all the time. All-NBA third team. He's never made all-NBA first team or second team. One time he's made all-NBA third team in 2022. So, yeah. It's tough. But I can see him balling out going forward. I can see it. And if he balls out, we're going to be like, oh, shit, we shouldn't have traded that man. But we'll see. All right, Ollie, next one. And you're watching 2 Live Students Experience. From the next round, shouts out to the next round. The NCAA has approved a new 5-for-5 eligibility model that allows athletes 5 seasons of competition within a 5-year window, replacing the traditional 4 seasons and 5 years structure. I'm still kind of confused about this. Let me read the rest of it. The eligibility clock The eligibility clock will begin when an athlete either enrolls full-time in college or at the start of the academic year following their 19th birthday, whichever comes first. Traditional red shirts and most waiver requests would largely disappear under the new system. So, to put it in a nutshell,
okay, I got you covered. No doubt about it.
Go ahead. Break that down to the everyday man.
Okay, you have 5 years in college football right now, NCAA, and you have 5 years to play. Bottom line. So if a coach wants to say you're not ready, then you're not ready. It's not going to be a red shirt, but you can still play at any point in time. So you only have 5 years, though. You have 5 years to play.
As it stands right now, before this new thing. Is that right?
No, this new thing.
The new thing.
You have
Okay,
5 years
go ahead.
And you can play all 5 years. That's why it's basically saying that the red shirt is doing away with. So you can play for 5 years off. I mean, the 5-year window, and you can play all 5 years.
So bottom line, in a nutshell, as opposed to being able to play college football 4 years, now it's legal that you can get on the field and play for 5 years. Is that accurate?
That is very accurate. Yes, very accurate.
That's a major thing.
They're doing away with red shirt. They're doing away completely with red shirt. So you can come in as a freshman and play.
But when they had the red shirt, it meant you could only still play 4 years. You're saying now guys can play every year for 5 years. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
That's major. Why were you talking about this more?
Yes. And
I said it earlier, and I was halfway joking. I still got 2 years eligibility.
Yes. But see, that's what's happening. You don't have that, Doug, because that window is gone.
So, but the window is after you start. The 5 years is when you start and when you play your first year.
Yes.
So
not
like
play
me,
when you enroll. Not play.
Right.
You don't have to play.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
You don't have to play your first year. I mean, but you have 5 years. As soon as you enroll, as soon as you get on campus and play that first year and practice,
the 5 years starts right then. The 5 year clock starts right then. Like me, 35 years after I left college, I can't go back and play 2 more years of college football.
Exactly.
I had to have done it within the 5 years when the clock started.
That's correct. Yes.
Wow, that's a game changer, man.
And what I'm thinking about too now, Doug, that how many, not that this is very important, but how many records are going to get shattered?
That's what I was just about to say. Now the records don't really, they're not really comparable now going forward, because totally now guys going to have an extra year to pad their stats, to add to their stats, than somebody that was in the era of 4 years to play or 5 years to play 4 years. To play
and put on top, and put on top of that not everybody's NFL ready. Not everybody thinks that they're going to be a first or second round draft pick. So, but now in NIL, you can really rake up some money. I mean, you can play 5 years of getting a 5-year deal. Could you imagine a 5-year deal?
I didn't even look at that part of it. You're right.
Yep.
Some of these guys, man, are going to take that extra year to make what did Beck make last year in Miami?
$4.5 million.
How much?
$4.5 million.
I think he made more than I thought he had made like 12. So I'm probably wrong. But it don't matter. These guys are clocking major money, man.
Major.
And they got 5 years now. That's crazy. This really isn't talked about enough how big this is. When this news came out.
Just think about somebody like AJ Dybantsa in basketball.
Right.
I know he was the #1 overall pick, but if you wanted to play at BYU for 5 years, that's 5 times 4.5. That's $20 million in college.
Right. So from Sigma Dad 1914, Doug, the clock begins after high school graduation or after turning 19 years old, whichever comes first. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, so I mean that's assumed, I would guess.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. He said the same thing. When you get to school, it starts turning. 5 years right away. All right.
Let's get to the next one. That's big news, man. I'm shocked, and I really don't pay attention to a lot of the national shows as much as I used to. But I'm shocked that hadn't been a bigger storyline over the last couple of days ever since that ruling has come out. All right, Arlie, next one. And you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experiences. Good stuff. So Pittsburgh Steelers on CBS. This is where we stand. And if you're just listening to the show, if you're in Detroit, this is the reason why you need to watch the show at 2LiveStews, YouTube.com, and 2LiveStews, Facebook.com, so you can see all of the visuals we got going on, okay? Highest franchise winning percentage of Super Bowl era. Wow. I would have never guessed this in a million years because the Dallas Cowboys are number one if you're just listening. Pittsburgh at number 2, Baltimore at number 3. Baltimore is kind of unique because they haven't been around as long as Pittsburgh and Dallas. Pittsburgh, bunch of Super Bowls. They've won a couple in the last 30 years. But I'm shocked Dallas still has the highest winning percentage out of any NFL team at .592, seeing as they haven't won, which means they haven't had a great enough record to get deep into the playoffs and win a Super Bowl for 30-something years.
Yeah, that's very alarming. You know, but what else strikes me is that when you go down 4 spots to the Minnesota Vikings, that's the disappointment with no Super Bowl rings at all.
The Minnesota Vikings have the 4th best winning percentage in football history since the Super Bowl era, but they have no championships. Every other team, if you're watching, you're not watching, every other team's got multiple Super Bowl wins, at the minimum 2 from the top 10. Okay, starting with the Rams at number 10, all the way up to Dallas at number 1. The Minnesota Vikings got possum luck.
Yeah, I would not have thought they were going to be on this list as the highest winning franchise, and not this high.
You remember in '98 I think it was '98 when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl and they went to Minnesota. Minnesota was undefeated. Were they undefeated? I don't think they were undefeated. Maybe they had lost
14, one game. 15
right, but they had the most dynamic offense in football history, and the Falcons went in there and beat them. And this is part of this stat. They got no Super Bowl wins for era, but they're the 4th highest winning percentage team. Very, very fascinating. All right, we're gonna jump to a break. Quick little break. When we get back, we'll wrap up last 48. And we'll also get to our pictures of the day, which is a fun thing for us to do. But we got a lot more show coming up. We're gonna read your chat messages later. Don't go away. 2 Live Stews experience. Detroit. Thank you, Detroit. Thank you for joining us. Catch us this coming Monday, once again, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com, 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com. Shouts out to WGPR 107.5 in Detroit, Michigan. Get it out. All right, we'll be back in a second. Don't go away.
Take it back. Yeah. I'll be obliged if you step outside, because my ride is awaiting. I dated, her staked, her nightcap, we mated, awakened by smells of perfume that I inhale and then tell I well. We raise hell on the diesel, satin sheets, heat from your feet keep me warm. The mood is perfected with the sounds from the storm. You came stronger, I lasted longer than I've ever lasted. Your mouth was fantastic, the book test you passed it. In a way you made a nigga laugh, I had to get you. And when I saw that ass pass, I had to hit you. You're making me fight against my will. What must I do now? Would you kill for me? Yeah. If my life's in danger too, would you steal for me? Yeah. If that shit belongs to you, he ain't feel for me? Yeah. If the way you act is true, who knows? Fine clothes, Lexus those who be closing when you become one of the chosen. You hoes in different places, different faces, different cases. They got me tied like shoelaces, but no mistake is MJG, you ain't gotta be constantly trying to shoot that P, claiming that you ain't heard of me. Keeping it real, let me know how you feel when we communicate. We'll be straight if you express your mind instead of preferring to wait. Now some who can't do it, they lose women, but niggas like me used to it. Space age pimping, let's go.
Once in a while, this is how we
Sing
sing
nothing
our
but a-
game. Nothing's too strong.
This ain't nothing but a
Setting out is
Space
all
age.
I'm
This
straight
ain't nothing
to
but a
do.
So, you and I, me and you, situation getting sticky. Your mouth is saying no, but your body saying stick me, lick me. Don't be afraid of what your friends say. Rappers get that ass, then be out of here like yesterday. But not tonight, you look so tight, it feels so right. This endo got me perved. Let's go hop in my Suburb and ride till we get to where you wanna be, no matter how far. Just call me Ball, baby, to me, you're the superstar. Ask me time and time again, why did I choose you? Do I wanna be your man or just misuse you? I hear your...
Welcome back to the show, Doug Stewart. Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan today. The Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews experience. Thank you for joining your boys. We got a couple more memes, and the memes are big if you're new to the show. If you just joined us for the first time, happenstance, you found the show. We have a chat group on Facebook with like 40,000 people in it, and I can't remember what the number was, but we get like a couple hundred posts a day. And so we go through there and kind of pick out some of the best ones and, kind of bring some visuals to the show, to the platform on the Two Live Stews. So that's where that comes from. We love the interaction with the people that watch the show and listen to the show in the chat room. So real good stuff. All right, Ollie, roll out the last couple. And then we're going to get to trending topic number 4. Another football meme, sir. 1997 NFL rushing leaders. So if you're just listening, Ricky Waters at number 10, Corey Dillon at number 9, Curtis Martin at number 8, Robert Smith from the Vikings at number 7, Napoleon Kaufman. It's a name you don't hear a lot.
Yes.
And the Raiders had 1,200 yards, comes in at number 6, Eddie George at number 5, Dorsey Levens, Dorse the Horse, former Georgia Tech alum, Jerome Bettis at number 3, Terrell Davis at number 2, and Barry Sanders at number 1 with 11 touchdowns and 2,053 yards. Thoughts about this one, Joe?
Well, I go straight to championships, and I love this meme. And when you look at the list, I know all about those running backs, every single one of them. But I just look at that season, and the 2 running backs that's in the top 4, and Terrell Davis and Dorsey Levens, those are the 2 teams in the Green Bay Packers and the Broncos that went to the Super Bowl. So now back then in 1997, you have to look at it now. Running games was still important. I mean, we like to say the value of running backs has diminished a little bit. And yeah, this has. It's been more of a passing league with these wide receivers. I get that. But to have 2 of the top 4 running backs on this 1997 season go to the Super Bowl, that means a lot to me. That's what's striking to me about this list.
Yeah. Ollie, if you could put it back up for a second. I mentioned Napoleon Kaufman. I used to love Napoleon Kaufman in college when he was at the University of Washington. Probably a much better career than I'm thinking now that I think back at it. And Dorsey Levens, friend of the show. Ryan played with him at Georgia Tech for a couple of years. Dorsey actually started out at Notre Dame, transferred to Georgia Tech. Once again, was a teammate of Ryan's at Tech. Dorsey had a very good career.
Very good.
A guy that I don't think he was picked that high, but he actually ended up going in there and winning a spot for the Packers. And there you go. His name is up there with the all-time greats. So, and
shout out to Dorsey too, because I've heard Brett Favre and the reason why he won and made his way in the NFL and had a real good season, a really good career, is the fact that he was dependable. Mm-hmm. Brett Favre said of Dorsey Levens, everywhere he was supposed to be on the football field, that's what he could find him. I mean, they're doing that at a high level. When you can do, your teammates can, and coaches for that matter, can depend on you, you will have a long, successful career in the NFL.
Absolutely. All right, so that was a good one. Next one, Arlie Michelle running the board like a champ. She said, yeah, woo. All right, Angela Yee. She says, Debbie Allen believes now is the perfect time for a Different World sequel at Netflix's American Black Film Festival panel. She explained the show's continued relevance. We passed the torch rather easily, Allen said. The times right now, it couldn't be better than right now to hear and see where young Black America is. Where do we think about this? What are our dreams? What are our hopes? What are our brick walls, our glass ceilings? So, Joe, you do know that they're doing a reboot of A Different World.
Yes.
Which took place at fictitious Hillman College, who I found out later they actually filmed a lot of it at Hampton, from what I remember. It might have been Spelman. No, I think it was Hampton. But anyway, the show's coming back. It's supposed to be surrounded on Dwayne and Whitley's daughter or son, or one of the two. But anyway, a lot of people don't like the reboots. They feel like you should leave Well Enough alone. That's an iconic show. The enrollment at HBCUs was at an all-time high, like 600% increase during the years of a different world. But they're saying Debbie Allen, the producer and director, is saying, now is even more relevant, this conversation about HBCUs and the political climate that we're in right now. Were you a Different World fan back then? What are your thoughts about the reboot? Yay or nay? What's your thoughts?
It's definitely a yay because it's this one. Definitely a yay. And yes, I would think it came on Thursday, but it was a whole Thursday sit down because Cosby Show was first.
Right.
And then A Different World was right after that. So, that was, must see TV. And the reason why I'm going to say yay, Doug, is because if Debbie Allen is going to be involved, then it can have more, the producing will be something like we saw back then. It would stay to the plot. The things that she just mentioned, that the hopes and dreams, it would be a little bit more relevant now that if she's a part of it and saying that, well, we did this back then and let's see how times have changed. Because all reboots, I've always wanted the same characters if they're alive to play it. So that's why I don't never mind the sequel, never mind the reboot, to bring it back. If those characters are alive, let them play it and let them rehash it. But everything she's saying about the young generation now, and you said in Dwayne Wayne's son or daughter or son, and Whitney's son or daughter, I absolutely love this idea.
And let me tell you, man, people that didn't go to an HBCU, I tell people all the time, man, that show was so perfect and on point to the real HBCU experience. And think about it, Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad, they both, went to an HBCU. They both went to Howard. And so they know. But when I tell you, when we used to watch that show and we used to just draw the comparisons to what we were doing every day the next morning on the yard, it was amazing, man. Like that whole scene that they had every episode where they were in like the little student center in the pit.
Yeah.
We used to call our student center the pit, just like they called it the pit on that show. And the similarities and all of the things that were going to the impromptu step shows. Every Friday in front of the cafeteria, we were having a mini step show. Like it was so on point that it became legendary. So I can't wait to see it. I hope they do it justice. And Debbie Allen is working with it again, so I don't see why they won't do it justice. That's right. I'm excited to see this thing, man. Yeah. Was that the last one, Ollie? We got one more. And you're watching the 2 Hours Tuesday Experience. No, it was the last one. All right, so Ollie, can you come back in studio? There we go. Ollie, you got it. You're doing it. Everything's been perfect. You running the ball. Yeah.
But on nerves bad back here, I'm probably sweating. I feel like, what a button, what a thing. Oh my God.
All right.
I need a bigger computer.
You need a bigger computer.
I need a big computer so you can see all the parts and put it over here and you can move it.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, we're going to make it do what it do.
So trending topic number 4, before we get to the pick of the day, we do the pick of the day first. No, let's do trending topic number 4. So trending topic number 4, if you didn't see it, if you missed it, a couple of days ago, second baseman for the New York Yankees, Jazz Chisholm, which, by the way, Jazz Chisholm might be the blackest name in sports history.
I like it, though. It's very, very.
Chisholm is a 100% black name. I have never met a colonizer with the last name Chisholm. Shirley Chisholm, Teddy Chisholm, Dee Dee Chisholm. Those are people
Teddy
I grew
Chisholm.
up with.
Yeah.
Those are people I grew up with.
What are these people?
Right. So Moco people would appreciate those names. So Jazz Chisholm played the game, went out to second base in the field with a blow pop, with a sucker. And you know how a lot of times baseball is very conservative in relative terms to the other sports. The Nordics don't like you being too flashy or anything like that or trying to be cool. They just don't like that type of stuff. Jazz Chisholm said, F you, I'm gonna be me. And I don't know what's going to happen with the story going forward. I don't know if he's going to stop or what. The organization is going to make him not do it. But this was a big thing. And so it got me thinking to the top 10 athlete trademarks over the last 50 years. If you saw the meme for this particular topic, it was Michael Jordan. What's Michael Jordan's trademark thing? It's the tongue wagging.
Tongue
like he didn't even, he says, I seen him interview talk about it. He said he didn't even realize he was doing that. Like, it's just for some reason, that's what he started doing and it stuck. And yeah, if you a greenhorn, Michael Jordan, whenever he was going to the basket about to dunk it or whatever, for some reason, his damn tongue stuck out like a German Shepherd.
Iconic.
German Shepherd.
So the top 10 trademark athlete things coming in at number 10, Ronaldo, who, by the way, scored a goal the other night for, he plays for Portugal, right?
Yes.
His shoe celebration, when he does the 2 fists down like that, he did it the other night. The jump up, spin, landing celebration, copied by millions of athletes and fans around the world. Number 9, LeBron James with the chalk toss.
I was about to say.
At the beginning of the game. That's iconic, right, Joe?
It's iconic.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought even more iconic for me with LeBron James is to step down, to step over that, though, right? That's more iconic.
You talk about, yeah.
Yes. I'm thinking of, well, I don't have a problem with the powder. That's big time iconic, but I mean, he stepped down. He's got a lot of athletes doing that same thing, like calm down.
That's true. That's a very good point. Coming in at number 8, Serena Williams with her fierce fist pump. You know, a lot of people got the fist pump, but Serena's known for that. Allen Iverson with the cornrows and the arm sleeve.
Yes.
The arm sleeve AI used to wear has become iconic, kind of like, you know, his trademark thing. Number 6, Usain Bolt with the lightning bolt pose. Number 5, Deion Sanders, high step and primetime swagger.
Yes. Yes.
And Deion used to start high stepping from the 20.
Right.
From the 20, he high stepping.
It was still pulling away.
Yeah, coming in at number 4, Michael Phelps with pre-race arm flaps and intense stare. I don't know that much about that. Number 3, Tiger Woods, the Sunday red shirt.
I thought it would be that when he does that.
Yeah.
I think that's, let's see. Oh, they didn't. No, they said the red shirt. They just got the red shirt. And this is accumulation of votes from Black Americans between the ages of 45 and 60. That's kind of like what I'm doing the query on now. Coming in number 2, Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly shuffle, the Ali shuffle. Okay.
Yep.
And coming in at number 1, we just showed the meme for this conversation. Michael Jordan and the tongue hanging out thing that he does. Yeah.
I can't add anything, Doug. I mean, I can't. What's my favorite?
I'm Tiger Woods with the arm.
I was about to ask you, is there any that come up that didn't come up that you remember? As far as a trademark.
It's not a trademark, but we had the Detroit audience in, and just Barry Sanders, after he scored a touchdown, handing the ball to the ref. Yeah, like no big deal.
Fanfare, nothing. Yes. Like, there's no need for me to celebrate. I'm so good that I do this all the time, so it's no big thing.
Almost act like you've been there before. Right. And I can't believe we missed this. You and I talked about this on Monday. What about Kareem Skyhook?
That's right. and I think it applies because no one else is known for it.
Nobody
is known for the Skyhook, but Kareem.
And that's what you were talking about on Monday. Why you can't teach Wimby to do that?
Yes,
this he is.
Yes. Okay, all right, good stuff. All right. So picture of the day, and you're watching the 2 Live Stews experience. We basically. No, you go first, Ollie.
Okay.
What's your picture of the day?
So I was going to do the picture. I went down to the fan experience yesterday, which was so cool. I got to go back. Like for the soccer, FIFA, because I really wanted to see like the hate.
Hold on. Let me ask this question. I've been asking everybody this. Has it been a traffic issue? No traffic?
I rode MARTA. I got on MARTA. Okay. It was easy breezy. Got off at what's now, it used to be CNN, Dome. It had like a bunch of names. Now it's called the SEC Complex. Stands for Sports and Entertainment.
That's
Complex.
huge. That's news because you're right. There's one exit at Marta that's got like CNN Center, Dome, Georgia Dome, like 6 or 7 different names.
Yep.
You're saying that's over. There's no more of
Now
that.
it's called the SEC. S is in Sam, E is in Echo, C is in Chamber, the Sports Entertainment Complex.
Okay, got you. You get put up on game listening to the 2 Live Stews.
Right, don't get lost. I was like, when I was riding down there once before because I rode the train for Searsuckers, and I was like, well, what is SEC? Where's Divine? I'm very lost right now. I don't know what happened, but I went on my phone right quick and asked Google, and Google said they've recently changed the name. So they've changed the name. So I rode down there, and it was easy. Well, let me tell y'all what really happened though. So you know the FIFA's being played in lots of different places.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow my phone gave me the fan experience for Kansas City. Mm-hmm. I got my ticket, and I was going, and then when I looked at it again, it said Kansas City, and I was like, and so the people are so friendly down there, all the little volunteers, and I was trying to explain the story to them. They were like, well, maybe they'll let you in. You do have a code, but it is for Kansas City. You could always go to Kansas. I was like, I could, or they could let me in down here. And they were nice. The girl at the little fan experience let me in because they were sold out. You have to get like a little, just to go in, it's free. There are ticketed options too, but you have to scan and get a little QR code so they can make sure they don't have the park too full and it's not a hazard. But it's really cool. Just watching all the people is just so cool. So and they get along. Morocco and Haitian, they were just all singing their little chants and they were hugging and taking pictures. It was before the game though. I'm not sure if they felt that same way afterwards.
So let me say this, man, and I'm very transparent with a lot of stuff. As I've been saying for many, many years, I have taken many, many hits to the head. Sometimes I'm not in tune with what's going on or whatever. How about my dumb ass thought that all of these games in the World Cup were going to be played in Atlanta?
Oh, well, boy. I did it first too, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
I like it never entered my mind. They talk about, the games are coming to Atlanta. Not for 1 second did I say to myself, they can't play all because in my mind, I guess in the back of my mind, I was saying they're going to play games morning, noon, and night. That's what I thought. Come to find out, it's not only in 8 or 9 different states in this country or 10 different states in this country. They're playing games. I guess it's North America. They're playing games in Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico City, Monterey, Canada as well.
Yes.
Toronto, Vancouver. Now we have the most sites, and I'm assuming the championship game is going to be played in Atlanta, I guess. But I mean, I had no clue. I'm like, what, they in where? They where? I thought it was going to be in Atlanta.
Here's how I got tickets to Kansas City to go to their fan experience.
Wait, say that again?
I said, that's how I ended up with tickets to go to Kansas City for their fan experience. I didn't get Atlanta tickets. I thought I did, but I didn't realize they were having this fan experience in Kansas, Miami, Los Angeles. Like you said, it's 8 different states in our own contiguous United States. So I was in Kansas.
Listen, y'all, keep it real. Arlie, thank you for acknowledging that, for admitting that. If you're in the chat and you thought that all of the World Cup was going to be played in Atlanta, please raise your hand or say, yes, I did too, Doug. Don't make me feel like an idiot.
I did too. Because when they came on the news and said, well, they're going to be 8 games in it. And I was like, well, how are they going to do all of this in just 8 games?
I thought they were going to play games early. Like, I'm thinking different time zones. They're used to these teams from this particular country going to play at 7 in the morning. They're going to have a game at 11. They're going to have a game at 4. They're going to have one at 5. They'll have one at 10 o'clock at night. And that wasn't the case.
Afternoon, I mean, it's 1 o'clock somewhere where these people are coming.
That's funny.
Thank y'all. There's a lot of people acknowledging in the chat saying, yeah, I did too.
Because then it made me question. I was like, well, if we're all over the United States, so if we play the World Cup in Portugal, do they play just in Portugal? Are they in everybody else's area?
Yeah, no, it's just North America. It's just North America.
Well, I'm saying but it's the World Cup was somewhere else 4 years ago. So
right.
So when it was there, did they play at a whole bunch of different places in that country, or did they? That's what I was like. I got to go do some research now because I have no idea.
Right.
No, but I was started to say all that because I was gonna do that picture, but then I realized it was a throwback Thursday, and this picture makes me laugh so hard.
Okay.
So I walk in my parents' house one day. Y'all see the little person looking up at the picture. There's a life-size, no more than life-size, that touches the ceiling photo of my brother. For those that don't know, my brother is 5'8". And I walk in the house and I was like, so say that he's the favorite child without saying he's the favorite child. Why?
Are you serious?
This is mama. And then my mom.
Where did this come from, Ollie? And I'm sure you're going to tell us what.
My brother had a birthday party and they made him this thing. When you entered whatever the party was, it was there. And my mom just was like, I don't want him to throw it away. It's so nice. So she brought it home. Now, how she got it home, because our ceilings are 8.5 feet. So that is a 9 foot, because it's dipped over a little bit. So it's like 9 feet tall. So how she got it in her car, how she brought it home, I never know. But I just happened to walk in the house and then I look up and I was like, wow, I wonder who's the favorite in here. We have big pictures of you. I said, there are no 9 foot pictures of me in this house. Nowhere in the world. My mother was so mad at me when I posted it. Like, see, he's the favorite. That is not true. It was just nice. I didn't want to throw it away.
Brother, okay, so if you didn't hear, I think I might have said I was talking over you, Ollie. Ollie's brother is Bobby V. Is he still doing radio in Atlanta?
Yep, he's doing radio on Sunday through Thursday. He doesn't do the Friday and Saturdays, but he does.
Is he on V or 107.5 or what?
I think he's on 104.1.
Well, my bad. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Now you're gonna get me in trouble with my mama. She's gonna be like, you don't know where your brother is, and I don't understand. Kiss 104.
Kiss 104. Okay. All right, cool.
104.5.
All right, what Joe got? What's Joe's pick of the day?
Let's see. Joe. This is interesting. Oh, what he said he was doing. You got a whole cow.
So this bad boy right here.
God damn, that's a big ass piece of meat.
Yes, absolutely.
Pause.
That is a 15-pound brisket right there. That bad boy was put on about 8 o'clock last night, 7:30 last night. And guys, I lied to you not, at 6:07 this morning, I pulled it off. I wish I had sent Trey the final product, but that's the first time I put it on there. Obviously, it's the big green egg that helps me smoke it with the deflector heat and everything on it. But yeah, man, that's the picture I'm on right now. I'm on a grilling spree, and it turned out pretty good. I hadn't tasted it yet because I have it in the cooler now, resting for a couple of hours. But yeah, that's my picture right there.
So when I did eat beef for the first 30 years of my life, I never had brisket. Brisket is a big thing in Texas.
Yes, huge.
It's a huge thing in Texas, man. Like
it costs so much that you got to be careful. You got to be careful with it because you can't trust anybody to say, "Hey, fix me a brisket," because especially if you buy it. Now, I'm not talking about the taste. If you don't buy it, then you'll taste anything. But if you to tell somebody, "Hey, fix this for me," or "Can you smoke?" or "Can you grill?" "Can you stew me a brisket?" Be careful who you letting do that because it's pretty expensive.
What's the name of the gas station that's huge?
Oh, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Yeah, from what I understand, Buc-ee's is like the brisket king.
Sure,
they got the best brisket in their little restaurant inside.
Facts.
They were doing I saw a news story about how gas stations are now stepping up their cuisine, so you can go in and get like these mahi tacos someplace in Miami.
They copying Buc-ee's,
briskets and all the places. I was like, oh, we're about to start eating gas station food, but sometimes the people outside the gas station doing some good grilling too. So
right, okay, all right.
Nice. Doug,
Last
are
one,
you ready?
my pick of the day. Yeah, were you able to look at this?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Man, that picture's been copied a bunch. It's getting distorted. So this was me, Ryan, and MV7. He had I can't remember what the event was. Maybe it was autograph signing or something like that. But that's early in Vic career, as you can tell, because he still had the braids right here.
Wow.
And
that's iconic.
Yeah, we talked about Vic earlier. I need to go back and try to find the original because that thing is way distorted.
Well, I think once you make it this big, because when you're looking at it on the vertical, it is not as distorted.
Okay,
on
cool.
The vertical. And then, do you want to see your other one? What was your other? I'm curious to see. Is that you, Dougie Stew?
Yes, that is me.
On a big wheel. Oh my God.
I sent the Vic picture last minute because we got into Vic comments early today. What was it? Oh, if Michael Vick had gambled, would he have been able to play in the NFL? We say hell no. But this is one I had originally. This is Christmas morning. I'm guessing 1977, 76. If you're a greenhorn, I am on the illustrious, I just got it from Santa Claus. I am on the illustrious green machine.
The green machine. Oh.
And somewhere not far away was Ryan Evan, his big ass head, on the big wheel. We got a big wheel. This was probably the greatest Christmas morning of our life.
The big wheel.
God,
Did
that's
the green
iconic.
go back to it? Did it have the little thing on the side where you could spin out or something?
Yes, absolutely. The little lever on the side, and you go fast, and you pull a lever, and you spin out 100 times. So because of that goddamn lever, the green machine's back wheel where the brake was applied only lasted about 3 days. No lie. I spent the hell out of that back wheel, and it developed like a hole in it. Those wheels are plastic if you're a greenhorn. The wheels are plastic.
You don't get ditches like that either outside of South Carolina.
Absolutely. And I used to cut that ditch with a push lawnmower.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So that's there goes your pictures of the day. I like pictures of the day. All right, Ollie, you got these chat messages? We good with that?
Yes, I'm gonna go see how to get to the chat. Hold on 1 second.
And thank you so much for all your donations. You still got time. If you'd like to donate, go to the bottom of the chat to the right, and you'll see a $ or a heart symbol based on when you're watching. If you're watching live, it's a $. Click on that and donate. $1, $2, $5, whatever. We would appreciate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. If you like to donate through Cash App, it's $ 2 Live Stews. That's the preferred way to donate, as a matter of fact. Thank you. Yo, great day today, man.
Oh my goodness, boy. Goodness. Is it over?
No,
not yet.
Man,
not yet.
Such a good time.
Passionate opinions here on the 2 Live Stews experience.
2 Live Stews. So early in the show, shout out to you, Dr. Batmite. All those tight ends you just named had great quarterbacks on the team when drafted. And I think that's when you all were talking about
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. A lot more people are more forgivable about this Kyle Pitts and the production we've had out of Kyle Pitts than me. But I get what y'all saying, and you're exactly right. The point you made earlier, Joe, if we let him walk and he goes on to be a Hall of Fame tight end, because, truthfully, part of the issue is he hadn't had the best quarterback. I get that. I get what y'all saying.
Dr. Batmite again, dumb. Only draft a tight end or running back in the top 10 if your team is already stacked. Now they've spent too much money on him.
Very good point. That's the point I made earlier.
Very good point.
There's a reason no one in the history of the NFL drafted a tight end that high. I don't think you can get the value out of a tight end at that high of a position than you can a quarterback, obviously. A quarterback or a dominant wide receiver like Randy Moss or somebody like that, Calvin Johnson coming out of college. You just historically, it's a reason historically you've never gotten that much production out of a tight end in league history.
Terry Fontenot, who was the GM at that point in time for the Falcons, nobody have seen that type of tight end coming out before. And I agree, but nobody could project Kittles or Rob Gronkowski doing what they did in their entire career, or they would have went higher.
Right. True. Very true. You're exactly right. If we knew Rob Gronkowski would be, well, not if we knew, if the Patriots knew, or if any other team in the NFL knew, he would have got drafted way high, but you just didn't know. No one, that never happened before. You're right.
At time 18188, good morning. Versus is not about beefing. The hip hop one is what is really supposed to be about, great music. But Shaka Khan versus Stephanie Mills was very sad on Shaka Khan's part. And I remember it. Everybody was saying that Shaka was struggling during that one, not sure what was going on with her.
What, her voice was gone?
Her voice, and I think I think if I remember correctly, because Stephanie still has a pretty powerful voice, but Shaka was just really struggling. And I don't think it was I'm old vocals. It was, she was probably having a relapse of some sort. But bless her heart. So hopefully the verses tonight, they ain't somewhere trying to beef like that. That's
the
silly.
verses, outside of the one they had with No Limit versus Cash Money. Oh, yeah. And you know what? The one that Jadakiss had, too. It was the Locks versus, I can't remember. Somebody will put it in the chat room.
Dipset.
Right. It was the Locks versus Dipset. Those were kind of contentious. Those two I can remember. Everyone else, all the other verses is basically just play your best music. It wasn't
Jeezy and
Jeezy and what you call it from Atlanta?
Yeah. Man, I know
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane was it Jeezy and Gucci? Yeah.
I don't remember because I didn't see it. I always forget the verses. I during the pandemic I watched them a lot because what else were we gonna do? But now they're doing them afterwards, and even though they're really great, I don't know that they're happening most of the time.
Whoa! Wait! We got breaking news here, man. Hold on.
LaMelo Ball.
Yes. I'm looking for the. Here we go. The Charlotte Hornets are trading LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid, 4 draft picks, and 3 other picks in a swap. What? What the fuck is Charlotte doing? Why would you trade LaMelo Ball?
I think that rookie Knippel, that he showed up. He was second in the Rookie of the Year voting, and he did an amazing job. Yeah, it's his team now, and I'm not quite sure how that clash is in the locker room. And who knows, man? LaMelo Ball probably wanted out.
Yeah, but he would if you want out, and this is okay. So listen, all of these thoughts and opinions are 10 seconds after learning the news.
Right.
Usually when guys want out from a small market city, small market team, they want to go to New York or they want to go to Miami or they want to go to LA. I don't think LaMelo Ball wanted out of Charlotte to go to Minnesota.
Hold on, Doug. Again.
Anthony Edwards to play with Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
That would be
But some people now are just wanting to say, hey, I want to try to win a championship and I want to play with another great superstar that'll help me out as opposed to what city I'm going to.
Wow. That's big.
It is a wild
news in the world of the NBA. Yes. Wow. That's crazy.
That's
LaMelo,
a lot.
and I said it because I watched maybe 5 or 6 of their last games of the season. Charlotte was the best, most fun team to watch in the NBA. And it was because of LaMelo. Yep. Like his energy and the way he plays the game is up and down. Like he would have been a perfect Laker. And I think that's what we were trying to get out of his older brother, Lonzo. But Lonzo just had all of the issues. But LaMelo was fun to watch. And he's going to team up with Anthony Edwards. That's huge news.
I think those egos going to work.
That's a great question. I don't really think that Anthony Edwards, I don't think he has an ego. I just think he's a baller. I mean, a dog that he'll do whatever it takes just to win. I think he wants to win.
Wow.
It's going to be interesting.
That's going to be very interesting. That's a crazy deal. I would not part with no LaMelo. But you know what else also? And this is just first observations. LaMelo is very flamboyant for North Carolina. Knipple, very red state. Knipple is, I mean, hell, he's Mr. North Carolina, played at Duke. Great player, but a little bit less flamboyant than LaMelo. LaMelo got tattoos on every inch of his body. Okay. Come from a background, his daddy talked more shit than a little bit. And maybe that didn't vibe with the culture of Charlotte / North Carolina. I don't know. I'm trying to guess. Why would you let LaMelo go? We're going to find out a lot about why, over the next couple of days, I'm sure.
Yeah. Charlotte is the Bible Belt too, for real.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Could be.
Interesting.
This was Black Diamond 7094. Hey girl, he has dementia. A lot of dementia patients are up late at night doing any and everything. That was in reference to the orange sickle. You are absolutely correct. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe it's called sundowners, and maybe when the sun goes down, that's when he gets wound up.
Unbelievable.
Crazy. Terry Clark 3973. Being said, now that for Diddy to get on with the secret society-ish, he had to allow Clive and the boys to use him as a human table for their activities.
I've heard that type of rumor.
I have heard that as well. I'm sad to hear that. That's just all of that. Shout out to you, Shedrick Moore. Thank you so much for your donation today. Always glad to see you. Great job today.
Thank you, Cedric Moore. Thank you for the donation, sir.
Yes. Great job today, Doug, Joe, Tree, and Arlie. And congrats to your son, Joe. All the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Cedric.
And I noticed this when I watched the first day of the draft. Julius 29C. Shout out to all the Black parents that were at the draft to see their sons get drafted. Me and one of my line sisters talked about how different it looks. You used to just see the moms with their sons. It seems like the NBA is getting away from you can't be hood no more and play. You're not even as a hood child because it's so expensive to play all this AAU ball and all this stuff. So you're getting more kids whose parents played. Like a lot of those guys who were drafted, especially the first 20-some, half of their dads played, their mamas played, athletic sports. My godmother, who is a big basketball fan, just kept noticing like everybody is mixed up. Everybody is mixed up. We're seeing a lot of kids with the African-American daddy who played, white or other mother. And now they're here, so they all just look like they're the same little. They all look like
it's definitely a light-skinned fest going on in NBA lotteries and NBA drafts. Absolutely,
it definitely is. But it was really good to see the dads there.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Joe?
He said light-skinned fest.
It was.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
There's a lot of that. So
it's very noticeable. I mean, hell, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's very noticeable. Like the drafts in the last couple of years in the NBA look totally different, literally and figuratively, than the drafts 25 years ago.
Yes, very different. Very different. Raymond Sutton IV. Wizards bullets were kind of nice when they had Weber, Juwan Howard, Rasheed Wallace, Calbert Cheney, George Murison, and a few others. They never let the team gel and sharpen up a bit.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Osiris, don't want a bunch of weird ass farm people playing Black Americans. I don't know what this was in reference to.
What he's referring to in that, what are weird ass foreign players playing Black Americans? We were talking about the TV show and how I can't remember exactly what it was right now, but I do know that we referred to a bunch of weird ass foreign people playing Black. I can't remember.
We don't
right
want to do those, Cyrus.
I can't remember that.
You're right.
Team, shoot me a text or post it in the chat again on exactly what you were referring to.
It said, and Loose Nick, if your last name ain't Johnson or Smith, it's 100% chance Doug gonna fuck it up. That's exactly right. You were trying to get I call him onomatopoeia.
Right.
Yeah, on a campus.
Right, he make it sound like he can pronounce Giannis' last name better. You go ahead and try it.
He might. We want to hear it.
You try on the spot, sir.
On the spot.
Right.
I need some little directional signs and words. Terry Clark, Mia will be good. Miami, not MIA, will be good. But teams just brought together like this never win a ship. Even Bron's MIA team got beat by Dallas. The Karl Malone GP Lakers squad got swept by Detroit. I don't see it either, Joe.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing about the Karl Malone and Gary Payton team is they were over the hill when they got to the Lakers. They were way over the hill, and I think one of them got injured before the final series. Like Karl Malone got injured and couldn't play the final series. And
Kobe was going through his deal, not to bring it up, but Kobe was going through his deal.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And somebody had put that the Hornets had a lot of trade. This was earlier in the day. The Hornets have a lot of trade capital for another star. This is Fiji Finesser 1. Hey, looks like a new name. The Hornets have a lot of trade capital for another star. I don't know why they're not making moves. And look what happened right when they said that the Hornets making moves. So somebody was thinking ahead. And we had somebody was excited to see. I'm trying to find the message. Someone was excited. They were like, oh my God, my boys are back. Here it is. Paul Prevost. Damn, my dog's back on the air. Yo, where's the other half? The other half, Paul, is out in Utah, where Doug said Missouri, playing golf. And he'll be back on Monday. So you'll have the two live stews back. But we're grateful to have the great Joe Ham sharing his sports knowledge with us this morning. He knows something about everything, Lord have mercy, because he was a superstar in all the sports.
Yeah,
which is what we're coming to learn.
Hey, thank you, man. We're doing some marketing, a lot of people still don't even know we're back, man. It's hard to get the word out, and you would think it would be easier in 2026, but it's very hard to get the word out on people's algorithms that your boys are back. The Two Live Stews, we are back. For like 2.5 years now, folks. Pass the word.
Mondays and Thursdays. Come see us. Hopefully soon.
Funnest show on turf. The funnest show on turf.
Yep. And then shout out to you, Terry. Hope the Hawks still make a move for Jaylen. Think the Clippers and Trailblazers will both give Boss a better package, but JB wants to come home. So we're going to see what happens.
Oh, Osiris was talking about a different world.
Okay.
You know, and Arlie, you know this. If you're new to the show, Arlie's a thespian. She's appeared in many movies and TV shows. She now has a role on Beyond the Gates, the soap opera Beyond the Gates. And Arlie, what's your thoughts about all of these European black actors and actresses taking a lot of the jobs here in America?
Well, you know, I'm always very balanced. I know how hard we're all trying to work, but it's almost like the people who like the Eves, the Beyoncés who end up acting, you're like, just stay over there in your part and let us stay over here in our part. I'm not over here trying to sing on the stage. Just let me, stay in your part. But I understand it's hard out here. And we were, an actor friend of mine was just talking yesterday about how difficult everything has been. Stuff is really slowing up. When they moved Marvel from here, that took like 20,000 jobs, and they moved it overseas during the COVID. So why don't the people just stay on over there and do Marvel, since we can't go over there and do Marvel? Y'all stay over there and do Marvel.
It's kind of a strange conversation to have, because they black as us. They just got dropped off over there. They just got dropped over there. We got dropped off over here.
Right.
That being said, though, like, you got to root for the black American actors and actresses, because those are jobs. These are livelihoods. And you'd be shocked if you knew some of the actors that you thought were black and born here with the diaspora, as they put it, that are from Europe and they're from England and France and all these places. The first time I heard Stringer Bell talking with his home dialect, Idris Elba, I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Him?
Like, what?
And they're able to pull up their I don't know if it's because I've tried to work on my British accent and they told me to stop, Arlie, stop it.
Right.
I was like, but I'm trying to. I have a friend who does one because he has a Liverpool.
You want to
and
diversify your portfolio. Maybe you can get a job over in Europe.
I was, when you were talking about the African actors earlier, I was like, maybe I need to move to Africa and figure that out.
African actors are good. I've seen a couple of different TV shows and whatever. It seems like the African actors are very good. On this show, the what's it called? I've talked about the Polygamous. The Polygamous. I think the actors are very good on it. They got the dub sound, just like the Kung Fu movies back in the day. But some of them speak English or speaking their own English, but the majority of them, they're dubbing over a voice actor or whatever. But the acting is very good. The plots and the storylines and the cliffhangers at the end of each show, the Polygamous is pretty good. I got to give it to them.
Well, I'm glad you watched. That made Tree so happy. You don't understand how happy it made her.
Right.
You don't understand. That's pretty much all of our chat.
It is?
Well, we have some.
We didn't highlight as many as we normally do.
Okay. Right. Stay up all night, Trump. Eat what you want to. I'm with you, RC Minnesota. Just if you want to stay up and not go to sleep and eat that McDonald's and Taco Bell, have at it, sir. Right. Enjoy. Eat yourself. Terry, Jaylen had all the opportunity needed to show who he is. He's not a final product yet, but if he never develops a jump shot he can rely on, his ceiling is limited, like JJ, but he's not Tatum.
I think they're interchangeable. If you talk about the most valuable player to Boston over these last couple of years in which they had the runs, would you put Jason Tatum that much over Jaylen Brown, or will you put Jaylen Brown that much over Tatum? Like, I think they're like pretty much on the same even level.
Doug, I mean, you said it earlier, Doug, and I can't even add to it. We know the difference.
Yeah.
The difference is one is mouthy and one is not.
Right. What they would deem mouthy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, and to that point, Dr. Might said Jaylen Brown is probably the most intelligent person in the NBA too. That means he won't come to play for the Hawks.
I don't know about that. But yeah, he studied like astrophysics. I believe that's where you pronounce that word.
He studied
very educated
astrophysics.
Astrophysics, right? He studied astrophysics in college at Cal. Very, very smart brother. Very politically in tune as well. And that's just, they probably don't like that up in Boston. I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure they don't like that in Beantown. No. Was that the last one, Ollie?
They want you to shut up and dribble. Yeah. Osiris, what his trade to the Heat means for his two brothers on the Bucks? They got released. That's sad.
I forgot to mention that. You know, Giannis has two brothers on the team with him in Milwaukee. You know he made that happen some way or another. Mm-hmm. If even just management was like, you know what, what'll make Giannis happy and will keep him in good spirits if we give his brothers a job. And they cut both of those guys after they made the deal for Giannis. Yeah,
that's bad.
Interesting.
You all were talking about Big Perk earlier, and D. Lewis PM for you said Big Perk said Doc Rivers messed up his career.
I keep hearing Perk allude to something. What is he referring to?
He was just joking. He's just joking there. He's referring to Draymond Green saying that Steve Kerr messed up his scoring. He could have been a better scorer. So Perk is jokingly saying that Doc Rivers messed up his career because he could have been a better scorer. Yeah.
Nah, Big Perk game was very limited.
Yeah, he was an enforcer.
He was basically the modern day or an older or younger Rick Mahorn.
And dare I say you guys don't get your 15th championship beating the LA Lakers if Perk don't get hurt.
Possible.
In 2009.
Yeah. Damn, Joe, you got a photographic memory. That's good.
I mean,
you go back to the year and everything.
Like this was on the 2nd of February in 1922. What happened?
Right.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a couple to mention. Shouts out. Do you know how to get the Brother Man music? And then you watch
hold on 1 second. Let me go find. Hold on.
The Brother Man, big donation. Appreciate you, Brother Man. Up in Detroit, Michigan. What up, Doe family? Have a wonderful weekend. The Brother Man donates $100 to the Two Live Studios experience and keeping the lights on. Thank you, Brother Man. Not the other man, but the Brother Man. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Shouts out to Osiris. 98 in the building. We got to get Osiris something. He says that he doesn't want to be recognized with his own theme music, but I'm gonna get him his own theme music.
You didn't think of something good, too.
Shouts out Chap 98 chapter, bro. Do or die, Zai 98 $40 donation. Appreciate it, team. And lastly, straight to the Cash App, which you can go to at any point, any time of your day. $2 Live Stews. Finally, lastly, from Loose Neck Side for Tree's 313 Meat Market trip. I'm not comfortable in it. Thank you for the donation, Loose Neck. He donates $20, man. Thank all y'all for all of the donations today. And man, it was great. It was great. 2 shows, Joe. Thank you so much. Ollie, thank you. There we go. Ollie Michelle. Joe, let's get out of here. I got to go see a man about a horse.
No doubt about it. I got some family members in town as well, man. But goodness, man, you can chop it up with the best of them. I love it.
Hey, Joe, man, appreciate you, folk. We out of here a little bit earlier than we know. We've been going over to like 10:15 some mornings. But I got to go see a man about a horse, a little situation I got. So we going to get out of here a little bit earlier. Shouts out to everybody that donated to the show. Joe, once again, thank you so much for joining me the last 2 days on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. One last request or repeat one last request. Please share the show. Okay? If you're watching on YouTube, there's a little thing, the little arrow that goes to the right. Click on that, and it's going to give you the link to the show. Post that on all your social media platforms if you could for your boys. We would appreciate it. All right? We would appreciate it. That's great. Tell your people the stews are back and in full effect. Yes! With that, Tell all your people. Tell them we back. Pass the word. Pass the word. All right, so big weekend popping for the Hamilton family, right?
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Cookouts and all of that.
We will represent deep here in the A.
That's what's up. All right, so Ryan should be back Monday. I believe he will be back on Monday. So make sure you join us 7 a.m. Eastern time right here on the Stews Media and Entertainment Network, SME. Once again, 2LiveStewsYouTube.com. 2LiveStewsYouTube.com. Donate to the show after the fact even. $ 2 Live Stews. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Peace. Yeah, Joe. Give you a little pound if you were right here. That's what's up. Great stuff.
No doubt about it, man. Doug, be safe travels to you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here. Here we go.